Today we start with our lovely little party, and for those of us who are here at least, we are going to begin. So, going from, in this case, bottom to top, actually, in the Discord chat, but left to right on the overlay, we are going to begin with the one, the only Runt. Please introduce yourself and your character for everyone.
Hi, I'm Penguin Vagabond. Most people just refer to me as Penguin. I am playing Runt, the Goblin Druid, and his faithful animal companion, Gobbles.
Excellent, excellent. We next have our chair.
I am Magnifigal, not Magni Magic, that is Magnus the Red. I am the animator for Unlucky Rolls Animated. I'm also the animator for Zora and the Bears videos. And I am playing the eponymous Chaise Longue, the chair under the delusion of being a noble knight and now exiled alpha of the chair family.
Exile. Disgrace. Excellent. Our third member here would be the lovely Kobold nerd. So if you would please introduce yourself.
Pardon?
Introduction!
Oh, hello. All come one, and one for all. My name is Asch the Kobold, exile from my hive, and a wanderer at heart. Adventuring the lands looking for enjoyment, frills, and score. Asch is the name, and pain will be your gain.
Edgy. Oh yeah, don't forget you're familiar.
Oh, and this, little Tommy. Oh, what you want, Bush? You want to go? Oh, shut it, Tommy. Be polite for the people, would you? Thank you. Hello, boys and girls. My name's Little Tommy. Gangster. At-ho. Now sort off. Got a sickman beer.
And our last member would be currently en route home, hopefully. But we have our last member, which is played by Lord Spongecake. Yeah, he's on his way walking home right now. We'll get him in the voice chat once he gets back.
The Lord Spongecake.
He is Morasmus, the Gelatinous Ooze Sorcerer, with a very dapper mustache. And do not ask how that mustache has not been devoured yet. Because you don't need to know. And he doesn't need to tell you. Anywho, to summarize a little bit for everyone what happened last session.
One guy escaped and he was poisoned and wounded.
Yes, one guy escaped poisoned and wounded, not two. 3 of them died. One of them by parasitic leeches in the water, giant leeches in the water. So it was pretty grim.
Jesus Christ, that's a bit brutal.
Yeah, you had to bounce before that, but yeah, one of them got eaten by 2 of the giant leeches. That was amazing.
Why wasn't I there to watch? Like, come on. That's a little disappointing. Fuck you, parents.
Lovely, yes. But then after that, they already, basically I just had Asch tag along with everyone else, not saying much. He got oddly silent all of a sudden. Probably got into an observational state of mind as he followed along
I must
the rest of the
observe.
party.
Yes. More notes for the knowledge. Yes. Yes. The chest speaks. It's a mimic, of course. I wonder if I dissect it, Would it be alive or would it be
Bitch, let me finish!
Sorry.
Is there, I'm going to very well need this, and, at this point, basically, I don't have any more espousing about what happened. Oh yeah, you had a brief run-in with a Hydra that you avoided.
Barely.
And
Excuse me, the fuck?
yeah, random roll tables are funny.
Sorry. How the fuck did we avoid that?
It was luckily not paying attention to you and was hungry for something else. I wasn't going to, like, I rolled like a CR-15 enemy on a level 1 party. I wasn't going to make it notice you unless you decided to be idiots yourselves.
Me casted Fireball, even though I don't know the spell. Fuck you. Oh shit.
I cast Fireball, just sizzles your hand.
Probably.
A little bit. Alright, so sound is dying, you're saying? Is that because of me? Like, please in chat be specific. Who is dying? Am I dying? Are they dying? Is it all dying? What is life but death?
Baby, don't hurt me.
No.
No more.
Cease and desist. Thank you.
I'll choose desist.
They're the same thing.
I'm choosing the one that sounds fancy to me.
God damn it. Anywho. Hi, Mohit. Alright. Yeah, you guys are back here. You avoided the Hydra. Runt got his arm bit by... The reason he has lost 3 HP is because he got himself fucking bit by a fish.
It was worth
he went
every bit.
He went
Wait,
arm fishing in
I
like a
went
small...
noodling.
Yeah, he went noodling. Got himself fucking bit and lost HP for it.
What kind of fish did he catch? A piranha.
I think it was like
One of them was a piranha.
one of them was basically a piranha, yeah, at least as far as I recall.
Jesus Christ, Runt.
Yeah, he rolled poorly and therefore lost HP to fish. But yeah, I have basically summarized everything that happened last session that was of major relevance. You guys are now in the village of Frogbelt. As you come in, you see all around you are goblins either lounging about and doing basic things like, you know, picking their nose or drawing in the dirt. Or frogs, either on the sand, bathing in the sun, or in the water, bathing in the sun. Probably all of them are bathing in the sun in some way, shape, or form, because they are bored. Yeah.
That's such a cute. That would be such a cute image. Just a bunch, like seeing all those froggos, like just vibing and
just excellently vibing out on
just
the on the
vibing
sand.
the like really anime as fuck, just like really like oh.
And then you just the camera slowly slides to the right, and one of them just wearing the "I give no shits" glasses, just out of nowhere.
Yeah. All right. So, what Runt knows, having lived here, the relevant place that you are going for is at the opposite end of the map. this map at least. It is the hut down yonder. Yeah, that one.
Ooh, map is lagging for some reason.
That is
How do I ping?
the shaman's hut.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna reload.
Hi, go ahead.
Yeah, it was super laggy for me for some reason. So we're just getting back. I was going to immediately head to the chief, have gobbles in tow. Hey,
The chief's... Yay! We got him.
The goop is back, boys.
We have the boy returned home, Erasmus Goop, just in time for when I finally release control back to the characters after the exposition shit. So your timing is very good.
I'm gonna commit a war crime now.
Oh no!
War crime! Oh yes!
Alright, the chieftain's hut is actually much closer. It's that one. It's the bigger one of the ones around here.
yeah, Runt has the priority of going to. Oh, why is it so laggy? I'll deal with it. Oh, Goople.
I'm here.
Mitosis.
There was an imposter.
Consume him!
He has been bored.
Well, yeah.
I need to go talk to the chief. I need to show him these things.
Very
All right, then.
Come on, Gobbles, let's go. And they're gonna.
Very important that we address the authorities about our presence.
Yes, I would assume that's very good, Chaise, to understand.
Yes, yes. Did he say not for us to go far? I'm sorry, I don't have ears.
No, he didn't.
He didn't say
Yeah, boss,
anything.
he did say nothing.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna walk up to the side of the tent. Hey, Chief, you home?
You attempt to, am I assuming that you attempt to, bang on it?
Yeah.
Red walks up to the side of this tarp test. It sounds like he's just, beating the shit out of, some clothing to try and dry it
Hold
off
on,
or
I
some
got
shit.
the banging noise. I got the banging noise. Ready?
Something like
FBI,
that, yeah.
open up.
And, you get a, disgruntled groan, from the inside. You can very well tell that this is probably, waking somebody up from their sleep.
Oh shit. We in trouble, Gobbles.
As the front flap of the chieftain's tent opens up, and the goblin over here seems to be guarding it, from what you gather, because of course, and he just turns and looks at you and just sort of slaps his face, face palms super hard at this.
Chaise, Goop, I think Runt may be in a spot of trouble.
Oh no, trust me, this is going to be wonderful. Just watch.
The first thing you see poke its head out of the flap as you so Runt, you lean forward a little bit off in this direction to see what's going off, and as you look around the corner towards the flap, you see poking out from the front of it this, just a blood red frog's head as it looks out and just looks around lazily. And then it turns and looks at you. And you recognize this as the chieftain's bonded animal, a very rare species native to Morgram known as the blood frog. And this one's name is Blub.
Hey, Blub, where's the chief?
It croaks.
Oh, can you go get him?
It croaks again and backs its head back into the tent.
Into the guard.
The guard next to you is just like,
Hi.
you're an idiot, you know that, Red? Alright, as long as you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chieftain seems like he's already waking up. I ain't gotta do shit.
He napped too much.
Well, I mean, nothing really been going on as of late, and everything's been going smooth, thanks to y'all.
Rat. Don't look at the frog behind me.
Sure. He starts picking his nose.
So, Chaise, Goop, what do you think's going to happen here? My money's Runt's going to get a good backhanding.
You so? Does what gives you that impression?
Well, judging by, the groaning, I could possibly think I'm overhearing over that conversation, the annoyance of the guard, I think this is going to turn out with probably a smack or two.
Do you wish us to assist him in perhaps getting whatever authorities he wishes to address? Do you wish us to give him backup? You mean?
No. If you last time you haven't checked, Chaise, we're not goblins of this village.
Yes, this is quite not good. Not
Yes.
bien and all. We are.
Villagers tend to not be very accepting of outcomers. We just need to stand back and let what's happening happen.
And as you
Yes.
say that, the flap opens again, and like a small flask of something just like whizzes over to here, and the shape of a slightly taller, but goblins don't really vary much in size. Goblin steps out wearing like a patch leather hat and smoking on something. Earrings made from local like ores and whatnot, coming out of his ears, and standing still, he looks over, steps past the guard, and looks at Runt and says, "Fuck you all, you deep shit."
Yep.
Morning.
Yeah, morning, yeah, all that. What the fuck you want, you dipshit? Answer the question.
Well, we got a slight situation.
Yeah,
Gobbles,
and what you worth
gobbles.
banging on my side for?
Gobble's gonna show him. Gobble's gonna hop in front of the chief, looking at him respectfully, and turn around to show the corpses. These were in
Yeah.
the swamp.
You grabbed the corpses and brought him with you on his back, right? I recall.
Yep. These
And,
were in the swamp.
He looks at these corpses, and his eyes, you can see his eyes sort of like slid a little bit in like annoyance and suspicion, but it seems like he's taking you a little bit more seriously now as he turns back and looks at you, and he's just like, "Where was this?"
You know that spot where those chairs were?
"What chairs?"
That's what I said. Apparently chairs roaming packs. Anyway, that was over there, north.
North,
Past the
north?
Bogoods.
Right, I got what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't gonna be a fun one.
No.
What was they up to anyway? Why, you
Uh,
can't understand them. Neither can I. They speak some weird.
Yeah, they speak the hibby-jibbies.
Wait. He like looks past the guard and looks back at the bridge towards the rest of you. He's just like,
Chaise.
who the heck are these ones?
Chaise.
These
Goop,
were
I
the
think you're
ones
looking at
with
us.
the pack of chairs. They came with me. They helped me actually make them run off from the swamp.
What?
There's a lot more of them.
Runt,
That
shut
was
up.
the-
What the hell are you talking about? Alright, you know what? I don't even care anymore. He pushes past the guard and walks up to the rest of you.
Oh boy.
Goop, Chaise, I think he's coming our way.
Ah,
Boy.
yes.
Hello, good sir.
Bonjour. You must be the great chieftain, right?
Oh, god damn it, these motherfuckers talk even weirder than we do.
It's weird, right?
It's so
to
annoying.
us, well, sorry, sir, but to us, you sound weird.
Hey, shut up, you
Uh-oh.
gremlin!
Oh, you want to call me a greblin?
I'd stop if I were you.
No, I said shut your gabbling! Alright.
So,
You! Blob thing!
so
Spike.
uncharacteristically, Chaise holds out like,
Wait here, Asch, my good ami. This is clearly a very, very precarious diplomatic moment. We need. This is Runt's leader. We need to approach these people with respect, as a noble warrior should.
Then be my guest, Chaise. You may follow.
oh shit.
You watch as Gazgul steps forward, turns and looks at little Tommy and like pats him on the head, and Tommy just like
Tommy jumps back.
Tommy like swings his hand like rapidly at his head, like "Don't pet me" kind of shit, and just steps back and he just laughs. And then he turns and looks at Morasmus, and he's just like,
he tried to pick me. Tommy, what did we say about scratching new people? Don't do it unless called to do
didn't
it.
even hurt anyway. Don't worry, you pretty little lady. Hey, you! He points at Morasmus. Do you speak?
Wow, this entire time, just Morasmus has not said a fucking word.
Yeah, he's literally, like, this whole entire time he's been slowly trying to walk up to Morasmus. He's like, oi, you talk weird like the other ones.
That his name's Molasses.
Molasses, eh?
Oh dear God.
You know what? I talk weird, but at least I bear gifts. And Morasmus is going to go ahead and go. He like does a popping sound as out from underneath the top of his his top hat actually comes a bottle of wine.
Well, gosh darn, at least he brings something. Oi, yeah! He turns and looks at Asch and Chaise.
Tommy. Oh.
You bring any gifts for me?
Give me 1 second to check my inventory. Well, shut up. I don't remember everything I have, right? Shut it.
Let me see. Oh boy, time to look through my, let's see.
I'm gonna remove the wine from my inventory just to get that out of the way.
It's useless anyway.
As he's continuing to look at you, you see his hands like lift up, grab the wine, and like, without looking at it at all this entire time, it's like off to his left as he's staring straight at Asch and Chaise. He uncorks it with his hand and starts chugging it.
So yeah, I can do without the longbow. I can basically just yeah. So I
also have a gift, don't worry.
I bring forth an so I morph out like an orifice, and out of it I pull out the longbow and I present it to him like, I am more of a sword fighter than an archer, so...
Holy shit, that was disgusting to watch.
Isn't it?
Oh, trust me, it gets weird.
And what's this fight? He's gonna string it on it. He picks up the longbow and he looks at it all over and really weird. You can immediately tell he's never seen what a bow looks like before of this kind.
Oh, perfect. Time for me to get engaged here.
Hey, boss. It can do something else. Hey, do that thing you did with the other chairs.
Oh, yes, but of course, yes.
And so basically Chaise does this trick where she just morphs into different kinds of chairs. Like fluffy chairs and comfy chairs and short...
Confusing.
Where's
the gift? He just like Runt can immediately tell he's just trying to not think about this as he turns to Asch.
And now I present my gift to you, Chief of...
Oh yeah, I never did that. Wait, why is it considered polite to introduce yourself? I never got that. Anyway,
well,
Chieftain Gazgul here. I run the tribe of Frogbelt.
Well, Chief Gazgul, I present to you a blanket. Keeps you nice and warm at night.
Oh shit. That's practical. He takes the blanket. he takes the blanket. He takes the blanket, lifts it up to his face, and blows his nose on it.
Oh, shit,
yes, I know it's practical for you because I've been told by Runt you tend to sleep a lot.
Oh, this is for sleeping. He looks at
yeah,
the,
well,
like,
you can also
there's a giant wad of snot on it, and he just like, yeah, whatever. He like flings it over his shoulder like a cape.
Yes, a multifunctional blanket.
Let me just quickly remove the blanket from my inventory.
Morasmus is going to start to jiggle, and where the snot-ridden blankets now was, it becomes clean.
What the hell did you just do?
When did he become summoner all of a sudden?
I went ahead and cleaned your blanket for you, or, well, I don't know.
Well,
magic.
Oh yeah, you do want that. Oh yeah, you do magic. You may want to meet that shaman. Hey, Runt, be prepared.
Yeah. What?
A real ornery today. And with that, Chieftain Gosgol like turns to Runt. As he passes you, he like pats you on the shoulder, and he goes back. Now don't wake me up again. Boy,
Alright.
you hear like conversation off in the distance, him yelling at the guard who was picking his nose earlier, and then it just fades away, and he goes back inside the tent.
Alright, Gobble. You're free to do whatever. And just
Gobbles croaks, and you can see him leap into the water over here, and then just sunbathe.
No.
Glasses, come with me.
Very well. Molasses begins jiggling.
You too. Don't touch anything. I don't know.
Did you literally just call yourself Molasses? Have you just accepted this?
I've accepted this, yeah.
Actually, because that's how Runt pronounces it to him.
I'm surprised they haven't called me Mustache.
Dr. Robotnik over here.
Mustache Miss.
Well, hey, it's a fancy name.
If he corrected him, he'd understand, but he thought she said molasses.
We'll go with it.
Oh, Runt speaks like Southerner type impression, so Rasmus going to have to accept that. He's just going to be
basically
molasses.
down in the bayou.
Yeah. I'm essentially telling those two they can venture off and just don't touch anything that looks important.
Touches the wood.
Oh, don't go in the water.
I think we figured that one out from earlier with the leeches, thank you. Enjoy yourself!
Which way was it
Ain't
again?
got no leeches here no more. The frogs like eating them.
So, Runt, how long have you been growing up here?
Give me a second.
What's that mean?
How many years have you been here, alive, in this village?
What's a year?
A lot of days. How many lots of days?
All my moons?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them. Keep walking.
All of them. I love it. This conversation just basically boils down to how long have you been alive? Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
You do. All right, I was hoping for a nat one. Just like this is an immortal goblin.
Hilarious.
Okay, now time for me.
I look at this side. Ah, shit. Which one was it?
So, Chaise.
Oh, all right. Hold up a moment here. I want to establish something very important. When it comes to the scenes and whatnot, I will be trying to like direct the view back to you guys when I feel it appropriate. But for right now, it's still like spotlight on Runt and Morasmus. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's how we're doing it. I will give you guys the time of day, but please stop like interrupting in.
Sorry about that. Okay, gotcha.
So, go ahead and tell me about this shaman then, Runt. Seems quite like an interesting fellow.
Wow, he's who I learned all my things from. I think this is it. Hello? He pokes his head in.
You poke your head in this tent, and some woman that you don't really like talking to looks at you. It like currently dressing, goes, "Get him out of here, why?" and just like throws a bottle at you, and then you remember it's the tent below you.
Oh, right. Don't look in that one. There's an ugly hag in that one.
Shut your mouth, Runt!
Sorry, I don't talk to hags!
Sorry about that!
What the hell is that? Another bottle goes flying at Erasmus as you walk up and say sorry. She's just like, holy shit! It's a gelatinous something or other. Throw a bottle at.
So here's the thing, I have AC 10. You may actually hit him.
AC check?
Yeah, I am just going to say that the bottle is going to come flying at you and just, like, be stuck in where your eyeball would be. It doesn't do any damage.
It's in the opposite side of the monocle.
Yeah, it's just like embedded there right now, and it's glass, so it's actually gonna take a while for you to even dissolve it.
Well, she
As
gave
a
us
fact.
gifts.
He don't talk to hags either.
I'll
All right.
talk with hags if they give us more gifts.
So as you two approach this tent, you have an individual sound coming in, the sound of like boiling something or other in there, and also this. Got the thing, sure, yes.
Wait a second. Wait for it.
And an explosion comes out of the tent.
Yeah.
Smells like. Wait, I don't have a nose.
It's
Another success.
It's like, stop! Yeah, but
Hey!
oh, don't tell him about it, okay? All right. And as this, you hear this like mumbling in the background, talking about like not saying something or other. Definitely not quiet enough for you to not hear it. You get like shoved back a little bit as coming out of the tent is Shaman Punt.
Sorry. Wait,
All
you
right,
want me to sit right here?
So, Morasmus,
Yes.
you observe this female goblin with a strange pair of goggles, but the most notable thing about them that you see is a massive fuck-off dent in the side of their head.
So it's like curved inward?
Basically, yes.
Oh dear.
Oh.
God.
I don't think prestidigitation can fix that.
There's a massive dent in the side of their head. They have this feral voice. And as they look at you, they start like mumbling something to themselves and then pull out a thing and like spray some weird water on you.
Ow! What are you doing? Jiggles.
Just let it happen. Let it happen.
So, Runt, you know full well that Shaman Punt is your boss.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not they're qualified to be your boss is a completely different matter, but you go along with it anyway. Much like Runt, despite being a few generations before you, they were effectively the runt of their own litter. But as a kid, you were subjected to a lot of like harassment and bullying as is goblin culture. Some of the youngins took to using Punt as a kickball,
Oh.
explaining the dent in the side of their head.
So that was their daily activities, just
All right.
Basically,
Goblin ball,
yeah. So they quite literally punted Punt all over. Hence the name and the dent in the side of their skull. Suffice to say, this may have caused brain trauma. But they are the local shaman. They seem to know what they're doing somehow. And they are Runt's boss and the main person that you report to with all of your like materials and whatnot. And they are the healer of the tribe.
I got some of those things you needed.
She
I'll
just
hand
like
it to
holds
her.
out her hands. Yeah, she
Yep.
grabs them like eagerly and just like puts them in. Like you notice very quickly, in spite of like the seeming intelligence, she like is very organized and puts them in different pouches.
I'll hold my hand out expectantly.
She drops like a fish in their hand.
Dinner.
This
that
fish
in
is
spec.
this fish is like it's missing its head, but the rest of it is big enough to be your meal. She uses she uses the heads for a formula.
Morasmus, he goops in sweat seeing the fish.
Also, I got this, and I pull up the fish puppet head. Here, you might like this.
Eh.
The one that front of the bit his arm.
She takes out like a pint of salt and throws it at the fish. The fish seems to like convulse and falls off your arm.
That's one way to do it.
That's the only way to do it. Dipshit.
Yeah. Hey, this here's molasses.
Hello.
He did a.
She
Thank you,
walks
Doodle.
over to Morasmus after you say this and like tries to grab a small portion of your ooze and sniffs it.
I'd imagine, like, you know, she reaches through and, like, it's not like, you know, a chunk or anything like that, but it's just, like, goo residue she's able to take off. Just like,
Yeah, she's like, sure don't smell like molasses.
at least buy me dinner first.
How don't you talk like you? And she proceeds to pull out, like, a small cane and slap you on the side of what would be your face. It does nothing.
I just jibble, just woo.
Yeah, you just jiggle. You literally just jiggle. You get, like, slapped
can
on the
already
side of the face.
imagine
by
it.
this cane.
And you know what? Morasmus is gonna go ahead. He's just like, well, two can play at that game in Goblin because he has Goblin as a language. And he's gonna go ahead and pull out his parasol.
Just
good,
dumbfounded. What?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he says that in Goblin. He pulls out his parasol. He's gonna poke her with it. He's like, hey. Goblin.
Playing funny, are ya? And I would like you to make a
Take a step back.
as you do this, she opens up one of the pouches on her side, and I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw to dodge it.
Damn it! I'm not good at dicks.
Run saw
I
this
know,
coming.
I know you aren't.
This is a reflex save, correct?
Yeah, basically.
16. Never mind.
Wow, you actually got it. So what happens is she takes out this powder and throws it at you, but what happens is your hat stays exactly in place. The top of your head dents down similar to the dent in the side of her skull, and it just goes past you.
All right.
She sort of
Jokes.
like, she sneezes really hard, turns around and walks back into the tent and says nothing else.
She likes you.
You know what? I'm going to take that as a compliment. She likes me.
You
Oh,
then
well.
hear like a sneezing fit inside, and that's about the end of it here. At this point, I'm actually going to swing our camera back around. Hopefully he's back. Asch, you back?
Well, I'm here. I'm not Asch, but I'm Chaise.
Yeah. Well, I was assuming you guys were having like a scene together, so I wanted to make sure both of you were involved. So
Chaise, get over here! There's a funny goblin lady. She sneezes on people. Just across the village.
all right.
Oh, quoi? What is this? I hear weird old goblin lady. Allons-y.
If we need a couple moments, we can.
Yeah, we're gonna swap the camera back over to Runt and Morasmus for now, and once he gets back.
All right. So, what exactly? Where do you stay then, Runt?
That is a good question.
So you basically stay in the far tent over here.
Oh.
I live all the way over that way right there. He points.
Oh.
I as I'm pointing, I look to see if anyone's home with a bit of trepidation.
You look to see if what?
If anyone's at the house with a bit of trepidation.
There's nobody around your house except for this one frog on the like bridge that's currently sunbathing.
Does that frog look familiar?
It is the frog of yes.
Oh.
There's some guy in your village named Yes.
Oh. Well, it looks like
Because-
yes is here.
You know full well that even though people are bound to their frogs, unlike you, most of the time the frogs actually don't like generally just wander around with their owners here. They all tend to like dick around and sunbathe, and they only really get taken care of, like, or they only really like are with their owners when their owners are like doing like taking care of them, petting them, whatnot, kind of stuff. So seeing Yes's frog near your house means nothing, really. It means he chose that particular spot because the water was warm there or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, you want to go meet the folks, I guess. Gonna need some place to stay. Hope you don't mind bugs.
Trust
Bugs
me,
are good eating.
they're good appetizers. I actually, while going along, I go ahead and see, like, this guy and these guys. Are these guys on guard in a sense? Is this like a
They're just
second entrance
lazing
over here?
about. They're just like
Okay.
lazing about. Yeah. So basically, all the people around, like the only people that you see that are actively like holding weapons on some form of guard duty are these two over here, who look very much like twin siblings or something. But the rest of the folks around are just sort of lazing about. I just had very limited numbers of models to use.
No worries. I was more questioning about if anybody was actually like, if this looked like a place that, or what is it? A marshes that people could actually go fishing in.
Oh yeah, you can go fishing in some capacity here at all times. It's just not necessary that you get fish that won't kill you.
Fair enough. I was going to go ahead and have Morasmus try and go fishing, but I'll have him go with Runt for now. For now, the fishing will come.
Let's see. Yeah, so you guys start heading back towards the house.
I'm coming for you. Slow, slimy, slow.
Murmur along.
Lurp.
Do I have anything in my inventory to do anything with? Yes. Yeah, Morasmus actually goes ahead and he's going to go ahead and once again he pulls out his compass, just like, yes, we must be facing north here, yes?
Wait, hold on. He'll walk over, put his hand on him, and cast no direction, which points north, which lets you know where north is. That way.
Let me double check your check right there.
Yeah, right that way.
Thank you. I'm glad you remembered that Morasmus can't see shit from his compass. He cannot read.
Morasmus cannot read or perceive anything. Like
He becomes the compass to the arrow. Bloop.
He becomes a giant arrow pointed in the direction. It's just like, oh, good heavens.
I don't have control of my body.
This is very unusual.
Yes, quite. I feel like this dude's I feel like he's just gotten like a full 4-course meal.
I came back. Don't worry.
You came back at exactly
We've
the
been
time.
waiting
All
for
right.
you.
You've been waiting to swap the camera back over to you, but you've been going off.
Sorry,
Like
I had to go and eat.
You've been getting like a motherfucking steak dinner. All right. We're back.
Actually, it was a steak dinner.
I swear to fuck.
It was a legitimate steak dinner.
Okay. All right. Asch and Chaise, we're sort of swiveling the camera back to you as what are you guys up to?
So, Chaise, care to play a game?
Do you want to play with moi?
Yes, I'm referring to you directly, Chaise.
Yes.
So, you want to hear what the game is and its rules?
Ooh, a game with rules. Good call, good call. I am a very huge proponent for rules.
The game is called Eyes of the World.
Eyes of the world.
Yes. So, how the game is played is that you take in your surrounding through mana and visualize. Then, you pick out a single color or object in sight, and then the other person has to guess it. But the person that has selected the object for you to guess cannot change. But the person that's guessing gets 2 hints.
Oh, you want me to look at something with a particular couleur?
It could be a color or an object. It could be a sword. It could be a plank of wood, a blade of grass.
Over here. You see the goblin over to your left, just like raise up his
Yes,
hand.
hello.
That game's just called I Spy.
Is it? A wandering trader I found before said it was called Eyes of the World. Thank you.
It's dumb. You're welcome.
Oh my god, we're
starts
being
drawing.
people criticizing Asch's terminology for ice.
No, multicultural terminology. He understands multiple types of cultures more than one. So he's less structured.
The dude goes back to just like drawing in the dust on the fucking
Decks.
wood.
Yeah.
Drawing on dust.
So, as he put it, basically, I believe in other places they call it I Spy, as he said, but the group I found specifically called it Eyes of the World. Care to play?
Sure.
That name is
Yes.
so dumb.
All right, who said that? Pulls out a magic bolt of energy.
It's the same guy. Just
Morph's-
like he's like
Morph's
talking. He just like sounds distant because he's talking while he's still facing the ground.
He's the heckler of the village.
The what?
He's
heckler.
the village heckler.
I don't know what heckler means.
The dude who harasses people for fun.
Oh, they're basically the harasser.
The clown. The town fool.
I
or
see.
something.
The Senate.
If you're going to talk to someone over there, you need to stand up and face them so they can hear you properly.
Not worth the effort.
Right in
What?
magic missile range.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not firing a missile. I'm not firing a magic missile. Fires 2 magic missiles. No, that's a joke. But anyways, Chaise, would you care to play?
I am, as they say, game. Yes. Oui.
Okay. Would you like to go first?
All right. Well,
Actually, before we start, that's a fair question. Can you even see?
that is a good question.
Actually, yeah. So
That's actually a thing I was considering before I actually did this whole story.
Meta question: do mimics perceive colors? Actually,
I am going to roll, considering you have literal eyes on your art and another motherfucker does not, that you actually have regular vision.
All right, so I'm just gonna go with I have regular vision and I can perceive colors.
You can perceive color. You could read technically, unlike Morasmus.
There's just
So, yeah.
Roll it in, why don't you?
You will.
Chaise doesn't.
The end point is that you will have no trouble playing a game of I Spy.
All right, that's a comforting thought. That's a comforting knowledge. Good thing.
Let's just say lore reasons. Chaise doesn't technically have eyes. She just uses, well, they don't know Chaise's gender, uses the mana from the world around it to perceive colors, everything around it. Let's just
Okay.
leave it. We could just leave it there if that's clean with you.
all right. I observe with mine
Just remember,
eyes.
do not say the object's name, because that's the game. I have to guess what it is.
Ah, oui. J'ai compris. Oui. Alors, j'ai vu. I see. I see. Blue-green.
A blue-green object. Let's see. I just start looking around in a semicircle.
You see
Bluish
many
green.
things that are blue-green because you're in a fucking swamp.
To be honest, Chaise could have said brown, red. I don't know, just pure green. Or like like a beige white. I think that is. But anyways, a bluish green. Bluish green. Bluish green. By possible, do you mean the willow tree?
I'll give you a hint.
Yes, I'll take a hint.
It glistens within the sun.
Oh, could you repeat that again?
It sparkles beneath the sun's rays.
It's the bog water.
loads like a magic shotgun.
I morph a hand and I like slowly put it down. I can't believe Chaise is being the voice of reason here. Like,
No, that's just an inner monologue. Chaise is the unhinged inside. Chaise.
La paix, my friend.
So,
What are you talking
Bog
about? Chase is an honorable knight of the round table of chairs.
Of the round chair.
Fuck off. Yes, I am an honorable knight of the round table with 5 HP and my moving living chair.
Yeah, every knight needs a steed, right?
Yeah, every knight needs a steed. This steed is 10 times weak to fire.
God damn it.
But yeah, the
no clue
the
what's
heckler is
waterborne.
just like, it's the bog water.
Oh, okay. Is it the bog water?
Oui, you are correct. You have.
I knew it!
To be honest, I can't blame you for joining in. Doesn't seem like you're doing much.
Yeah! This is funny.
All right. Let me pick a color. Let me see. What can I start looking around frantically.
Wait, didn't I win? Don't I should pick something?
Oh, you're next. Don't worry. Okay. I see something with the color brown.
No.
Sweet.
The-
Inside the head. I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna murder all of them. No. We don't want to do it. Murder them all.
All right, the planks.
No. Would you like a hint?
The tent.
Yes, a hint.
The tent.
I love
Just
how-
slaps it.
Just thuds his head against the stump next to him.
No, I hit my head so hard into the stump, it just splits into.
I said the tent, not the stump, you idiot.
By the way, I love how you both are just yelling at each other right after the chieftain basically went back to fucking sleep.
Don't worry, you can sleep on a volcano.
It's gonna come back out. Shut the fuck up!
Nah, just a volcano detonates like 10 miles from here. Kim gives 0 shits. You're right. It is the dirt.
You're calling some bullshit you didn't say it the first time.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you because you're still looking at the floor.
I didn't hear you because you're still looking at the
Continuity.
floor, you full of shit.
All right,
Ain't
it's
he
your
full
turn.
of shit, Jimmy? Yeah, he's full of shit.
Your turn then, Mr. Goblin.
Alright, let me give you
I like how they
something.
just pointing. One is pointing at Morasmus, the other one's pointing at the frog's ass.
Yeah, just the fucking models that you have default for these.
I know, it's so sad but funny.
Now he's poking Morasmus.
Wait, would you like?
Why does this feel so weirdly gelatinous?
And just Morasmus slowly just
I
just my
spy
last
with my little eye. That's what you're supposed to say when you start. I spy
hey.
with my little eye something green.
Is it our slime friend here?
No? You want to guess?
Darn.
Want to hit?
Yes, oui.
Here's foliage.
The grass.
No, there's 2. Want another hint?
Oh,
Is
yes,
it a tree?
It's taller than you. Which tree?
That tree over there by my green friend.
No.
Darn.
Forgive. I'll give you one more guess.
Chaise, what do you think it could be?
It has foliage.
Yeah.
It is taller than us.
I would think it was a goblin, but no, goblins don't have foliage.
No. That is true.
That is true, yes.
I ain't got all day. You want to make another guess?
Chaise, you go ahead. I can't think of anything here.
Foliage, taller than us. And it's not a tree.
I never said that.
So it is a tree?
It's not that tree.
To be honest, it looks like he's actually pointing at the tree.
Runt will give a slight cough and point to this tree.
Shut up, Runt. You ain't playing.
Might it be that big tree that's collapsed over there across the water?
Wrong. It's this one down here.
Damn it.
All right, I'm bored. See ya. Goes back inside.
All right, see you now.
He won the encounter. Congrats.
I told you he cheated.
Congrats, we
He
lost
didn't
the
cheat.
encounter.
I chose that specific tree from the beginning. There's a reason I asked, which tree?
There's like, hold on, how many
Good.
trees are there? Hold on, let me count.
That's a few.
I am going to make it canon that all the other goblins think that he cheats at that game because he chooses something very specific. And everyone else is just like thinking in general objects. He's just like, no, it ain't that tree, it's that tree over there.
He must have like an intelligence of 12. That's fucking impressive.
Yeah, it's an intelligence of 12
No,
for a
he
goblin.
just chooses a tree that's not even on the map.
That's why he's the
not
fucking
only
wise guy of the group.
Well, now I have not only learned how to play this game, I also now know the village variant of the game and how we are supposed to play it. I spy with my little eye. Yes, this is a...
Actually, that's a fair point, Chaise. Where are your eyes on your body?
All of a sudden, like, you see, like,
Just
several...
puts my hand in front of Chaise. Chaise, where can you see my hand exactly?
One of her many secret eyes just opens and it's like, bloop. And then it's
And I just flinch out of fear. What the hell?
Yes, this is one of my many hidden eyes.
Wait, one?
Yes, you have no idea how little that narrows it down.
For fuck's sake, not on this joke. I think I will not question how many more you have. Oh, fuck, you got a calculator which in my head now. What have you done?
oh man.
Fuck. So, what do you think Runt and Morasmus are up to?
No idea. I heard loud screaming for a few moments ago.
I wonder where that toad frog thing went. Bubbles, wasn't it?
Gobbles.
Oh,
is-
gobbles. Yes, I had to get that in mind.
Yes, I must be good at remembering his name because, after all, I believe I have earned his envy after I managed to outperform his eating head skills.
Oh, yes, I do remember you doing that.
There's a croak in the distance.
Just like you just see bloody
He's
gobbles
chilling,
just jump
but
on
he's
stomach.
watching. He's chilling. But he's watching.
He's chilling. He's
He's just like hypnotoading it. You just see the distance orange light hovering above the water tension.
Yeah.
And you just see like these bloody worms come straight towards him. He just eats them.
Oh man.
Oh, but then I like as well. These people don't even call Morasmus by their name, by his name. They call him, what was it again? Molasses? Or was it something else?
Morasmus, yes, Morasmus Goop.
Yes. I specifically want to test if he is a slime or not. Because if he is, we could formally textualize bodies for him, allowing him to perceive the world in different ways. Like slowly looking over my right shoulder towards the place behind me. It's like insinuating in a character standpoint, he is taking note of Morasmus.
I'd like to imagine, even though Runt and Morasmus are like what 5 feet from you guys are still talking to like as if they're not there.
You got to remember, I spaced out as I was going to quote unquote eat.
Like walking over towards the end.
Right, Chaise, should we go and join Runt and Morasmus over there?
Oui, of course. Yes, it's important to regroup and assess the situation.
Then you just see little Tommy running over to Runt.
What does Rat want?
You have a little ferret jump on your back.
What does Rat want?
Oh, he's trying to get the thing that's bit into your neck. Yes, Tommy. Would you like to pull out that leech for
me? It's a tiny leech, yeah.
All right, boss, pulling it out.
Runt, you are suddenly overcome with sudden dizziness as you spin around, and this little ferret jumps off of your back.
I can't speak with the animals, and I go, "What the hell you do that for, you little vermin?"
Well, hey, he's not a vermin. Leech suck your blood out.
He
Any
can't
more
understand
blood
me.
from you, you could have been passed out.
Right now, only Tommy could understand me because he's an animal. And I'm yelling at him as an animal.
Well, Bush, pulled it out. Do you want it? No, I don't, Tommy. Grabs it with his thumb and index ring claw and just chucks it into the water.
Oh, I was going to take that.
As you throw it into the water mid-flight, Gobbles just sticks out a tongue and grabs it and eats it.
Just Extendos grabs it and just tracks it back in.
Gobbles, give an eye on that small one.
The sniper.
After like a moment of eating it, he just like spits out a glob of goblin blood.
See? Point proven.
Gobbles, keep your eye on that small one.
Tommy, I would recommend you keep your distance from Gobbles at least. All right, boss, keep your distance.
Tommy cannot help but feel like eyes on him.
Boss, I feel like I got eyes around me. You feeling that?
So you know, speak with animals lasts for...
Oh, you have that skill.
Yeah,
that's why he was using. He was talking very explicitly to Tommy.
I was literally yelling at Tommy and then specifically told Gobble.
You could have alerted me to you using that.
There's one thing like Gobbles is basically just sort of like Gobbles, and they're like they have like this mental hit list of all the people they feel slighted by.
Tommy's just at the top of that list.
Gobbles is the secret protagonist of this entire world already.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for him to pull out
when
the
you wait his head. Alright,
just wait for him to...
Alright, let's go.
Wait, you can understand Tommy?
Huh? The spell's already went off. What's a Tommy?
You're like, you can understand Tommy, all he hears is...
Could you speak? Runt, could you speak up?
What? You gotta keep up. I can't hear you.
Gobbles croaks in irritation at yelling at Runt.
Oh, fine.
Tommy jumps behind you and like hides behind you. As you're crossing the bridge, Tommy is just like up above and behind you, making as much difference between him and Gobbles as possible.
All right. Hey, Tommy, could you jump on that frog real quick, boss? Sure thing, boss.
I wouldn't do that.
The frog bends its head backwards and tries to eat Tommy.
I immediately pull up a magic bolt of energy as a warning.
You don't want to do that.
I'm only casting as a warning. Do you think I would throw it?
I wouldn't even make any aggressive tendencies towards frogs.
Well, you do have a point. Your entire ideology is based around.
Mm-hmm.
The frog croaks in irritation as Tommy jumps off.
Okay, Tommy, next time, I think you should better off climbing on back. But boss, I thought you said you don't wanted me to do that anymore. Tommy, that was before I actually had thicker scales on my neck. Alright, jeez, boss, calm down.
What's all this bickering out here?
Oh shit, you done it now.
And as you look
bugger, what's
forward,
I do now, Runt?
the flap of the tent opens up a little bit as this woman steps out, looks around, and she just like her eyes dart back and forth. She looks at Tommy. Asch sees the weird goop and the chair across the opposite side of the bridge, and then looks at Runt and is just like, "What the hell you bring to my doorstep again, you little runt?"
People.
People. She steps forward. She has a ladle in her hand and she bobs you over the head really hard with it.
Oh, God.
Did that teach you to be more specific about things?
Oh, right. This here, point to Asch. This is little kobold feller who helped out late early on. That over there, I point to the chair. That there's a chair. They travel in packs.
Oh, for goodness sake! She bops you again. Then she turns to the kobold and she just like, "What's your bloody name?"
Hold on, what did she... excuse me, what did you say again?
What your name?
It's Asch, please. It's Asch.
Thank you, for goodness sake! I told you. She, pause every single one of these with like a bop on Runt's head in between. I told you to be more specific and remember their names.
I'm trying.
Excuse me, could you just do that one time?
She looks at Asch for a moment, and without even looking, bops Runt on the head again.
Runt just glares at you. That green one over there is molasses.
Molasses?
Molasses.
Is that true?
No,
No, it's Morasmus goop.
it's Morasmus. He's saying all the way from over here.
You're saying it like a wailing banshee over there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the distance.
Oh, yeah, actually, a good point. How far is that?
A bit.
You're like 40 feet
40
away.
feet.
That's not that bad.
It's Morasmus. Hello?
Wait.
Can't even remember the names right. She bops him again.
I thought it was molasses. I'm sorry.
He's going to get more dense than the shaman if you keep that up.
Oh God, no!
Excuse me, Monsieur Morasmus, you said there is a shaman who is even more dented?
Oh, yeah. She goes ahead and sneezes on people. She sneezed on me. It wasn't
So
fun.
that's where the screaming came from.
Yes. She's down that way. I can show you later.
She likes him.
He gets like one of those foam fingers, folds out of his goop, and points in the direction.
Like cartoonishly as well. It just flips up and down like a fucking foam hand.
Yeah. What's your name, chair?
I am called Chaise Longue, but you can call me Chaise.
I'll try to remember that properly. I like this one. Beats him in the head again.
I look back and I'm assuming Gobbles has just vanished.
Gobbles is looking at Runt right
In
now.
fear.
And Runt, you can tell from knowing Gobbles as long as you have that he's basically like laughing inside, but everyone else sees this frog and it's doing nothing different.
It has the smile of its picture on.
Yeah,
Just that straight
Just a
smile.
psychotic smile.
Like in the background, there's like, machine gun fire. It's like he's smiling.
Vietnam flashback. Like, no, Runt, you feel distinctly made fun of by goblins right now.
You say that, but I had the... Is it a she or he again?
It's a gobbles.
No, not gobbles, you moron. The goblin that walked at the hut.
This is Runt's mother, so yes, it's a woman.
Yeah, so Run's mom, I got her to bonk him over the head again. You see Gobbles is mocking him.
Gobbles is making fun of him, yep.
Well, excuse me, Miss...
Tuka! Den Mother Tuka!
Den Mother Tuka.
Mhm.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Extends hand.
She walks up, grabs your hand, and then with
And
her
shakes.
other hand bops you on the head with the ladle.
Ow!
Thanks for making me bop him. Now come on inside.
Ow, my head!
As she passes by, she grabs Runt's ear and drags him inside.
Ow! Wait!
Don't you tell your mother to wait!
Alright, I got dinner! And then the fish from the shaman.
And it just gets pulled right to the side of the house and jumps through the window.
She takes the fish in the same hand she's holding the ladle, so she's like holding them both awkwardly, and then she slaps you with the fish. Don't interrupt me!
This is a very, very loving relationship.
Oh yeah, it's very lovely.
As she gets inside the tent, she leans out again and she looks at the rest of you and says, "Ain't you coming?"
Oh, I thought we weren't invited. Well, I'll pop in as well. Come on, Tommy. We're a bush.
points-
I yell
she points at
over,
the group
does
in the chair.
this mean me as well?
Yeah, get over here!
All right, so I make my way over here. Now, unlike Asch,
Tommy.
I'm gonna like morph jump my way over to the
Nah, Tommy was the one that jumped on
You just become like a chair bridge for a moment and go over to the opposite side.
the...
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I have a better idea. I morph into a chair bridge for Morasmus to slide over.
Oh my goodness, you're awesome! Yeah,
We're
Marissa.
using 1000 IQ here.
I want to go ahead and roll a willpower real quick for Morasmus.
You are the bridge. What do you mean?
I need to
I am
roll a
the
wisdom.
bridge.
I need to roll wisdom real quick. Okay, no, he passed. I was gonna say.
Where'd Chaise go?
Real low now.
Well, okay, shit.
Wide spear.
So wide.
Also, Chase, I think you need to get a health kit sometime soon.
Oh yes, that is true. I am low on the health.
Oh, right. Shaman can fix you up, don't worry.
Oh, that's good. At least we have a doctor in this town.
What's the doctor?
Oh, have you never been to a more westernized town?
What
A
kind of
doctor-
grot is this one talking about?
I have no idea.
As you step inside,
Oh, well.
you see one of your brothers
Oh,
inside
shit.
here.
What's the brother's name? We got Runt. Is it
His name
Tunt?
is Tech.
Ah.
Hi, Pack.
Hey, right.
What are you doing home?
Helping out, Mama. What are you
Oh.
doing home?
I got back from going out, brought some fish.
He looks at the fish that the mom is holding. He's just like, that from the lady again.
That's from Peck. No, that's you. That's from Bunt. Sorry, Mama's. You know how Mama's hits.
It looks like you got a couple punch dents in your own head right now.
Oh no! He gets his head. Oh no!
Yeah, yes, too. Hey, Mama. What do you want, Peck? Well, where's, what was his name again? Oh, jeez, you don't even remember your brother's name? Turk, that one. He's out with a hunting party.
An audible sigh of relief.
Yeah, so Runt, you know very well that Turk is the eldest of your brothers. He's been sort of simultaneously a thorn in your side and a mentor figure all of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a very love-hate relationship with the nerd. He is like, if it weren't for your mother being the way she is, she would have probably given you a punt dent when you were young. But at the same time, he did show you how to do most of your gathering early on, and is part of the reason why you can even work for the shaman at all.
Right.
So if not for him, you wouldn't have the skills to even contribute to the tribe, and everyone would hate you even more.
Right.
But yeah, that he's just like, yeah, it would hunting party.
What
Now,
about everyone else?
Now you're back home, you need to get a good meal in you. She shoves a bowl in you, and then she pulls out like 3 more bowls, somehow like very expertly held on her one arm, and steps outside and walks up to Asch, Morasmus, and Chaise, and hands you all bowls.
Oh, thank you. Tommy,
she then
come here.
turns to Asch and says, "You share with that one. I don't got enough bowls."
Yeah, don't worry. Tommy and I share meals all the time.
That's good to know. Peck ate all the bowls.
What kind
Again?
of goblin is he?
Again?
Good,
You
yes, good iron-rich diet.
After a moment of picking up the bowl, you actually realize what she probably means. The bowls are made out of, like, dried and hardened leaves and stuff from the bog. They aren't made out of, like, metal or porcelain or anything.
No,
They
I was
are-
thinking wood. I was thinking the bolts are made out of wood.
They're more edible than that. Yeah, they're technically leaves.
Oh. Well, thank you, Mother Tuka. We will enjoy this
Someone
meal.
remembers the names properly, and like that one, she like holds up her ladle,
What? I know your
threateningly
name,
towards
Mama.
Runt.
I know your name. Mama.
I also like to imagine she just sets Morasmus's bowl right on top of his head like a table.
And it just sinks into him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, she
And
does
all year,
literally
all year.
that. It goes in. Does Morasmus very explicitly try not to melt the bowl?
Yeah, he spits out the bowl. Like he separates the liquid in the bowl.
All
Just
you
like
hear,
Yeah, so
all you hear is the... just as it exits.
It just goes into his head, out through under his mustache.
Tuka like lifts up the ladle and chucks it at Runt. Do a reflex save for me.
Oh, is he gonna kneel it?
Oh, I gotta do a reflex.
Yep.
Gotta do a reflex.
AC like 10.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just too busy.
Runt is like, your name is Mama, for goodness sake. Chucks this ladle at you, hits you square in the nose. You now have a very notable nosebleed.
He goes cross-eyed looking at his nose.
You don't lose any HP from that, but you do have a nosebleed, and now you speak with basically like your nostrils sound like this.
Can Morasmus cast Mage Hand and pick up the ladle for her and give it back to her?
Joke's on
If
you.
you want, yeah.
I'm 2 steps ahead of you. I have Shadow Minion. Yeah, I'm not casting Shadow Minion.
She turns around and looks at the thing that you dropped on the ground, the bowl. Wow, that was quick. Did you even try and taste it? And Morasmus, you did not taste anything because you do not perceive the taste.
My compliments to the chef. Hold on a minute, I gotta roll a skill check.
I
Roll me
think
a
you should
deceit.
use the word chef here. I think
That'd
cook
be
would be better.
Oh,
I am a good liar.
Chef.
Oh!
She smiles like ear to ear, turns back around to Runt and says, "At least someone's got a nice mouth on him."
Okay,
And at this very moment, you mage hand the ladle back to her. She notices it, picks it up again, and throws it at Runt again. This time you manage it back.
He's magic!
I love how we're just bullying. Like, we don't bully Chase, we're bullying Runt. Runt lost
You-
the
you-
HP.
Just
The
to
one
reiterate what I
full
said,
hour.
you didn't lose any health from that ladle. You're still up at 7.
I did. Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
took
All right,
moral damage from a ladle.
self-imposed emotional damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
so, did I tell you we ran into that tri-headed terror on the way home?
Sorry, say that again, Runt. I don't think we can hear you very well from here.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, who are you talking to then, Runt?
I don't know.
I'm talking to Peck.
Oh, well, you two enjoy yourselves
Oh.
now.
What are you talking about, Ron?
The event's gonna share the encounter with the humans and the Hydra.
So, Peck seems to be really engaged the entire time. He's like picking his nose, and you are so used to this, it doesn't even faze you.
Mm-hmm.
He's like leaning in, nodding his head very slowly up and down, picking his nose the whole entire time. You can't tell whether he's actually, well, rather, any outside observer can't tell whether he's paying attention or slowly falling asleep, but you don't pick up on this. You just think he's listening to you very intently.
So after the story, you'll go ahead.
Yeah. And in the meanwhile, Tuca turns and looks at Chaise and is just like, what do you think? As this bowl is sitting on top of Chase's chair part, like right in front of your mouth.
So I morph hands onto and grab the bowl, and I basically I chug it down.
So, Chaise, you can perceive taste. I will note. This tastes like, I mean, you don't have the most refined set of tastes because you are still basically eating like whatever prey you come across in your natural habitat until you like got to this nice point of sapience. But as far as your taste goes, this tastes like swamp goop. because it is basically like a mix between like an oatmeal and a broth, mostly using bog water and other stuff from around the area.
Fortitude
So,
save to see if there's a chuck. Maybe.
Oh.
So
Nah, she's a good enough cook for that, and it is nutritional and it is edible.
Also, Chaise is a mimic. They tend to swallow their prey.
Yeah.
So I don't like how would I respond as a mimic to being given I mean
I mean, you don't have the most refined palate, so I'll let you do it as you see fit. Like you're used to eating whatever you can for survival. But
so you say it has
your
basically
opinion.
it's basically like oatmeal or something. There's sort of
It is a very salty, and a normal human would find this revolting. It's made out of like bog water and bog plants and stuff with lots of salt put in, probably too much.
Definitely too much.
Like
definitely too much.
reeds, some weeds and such like that would be chucked into it, basically.
Intense. Yes. But also, I can sense the nutritions. Thank you.
At least someone appreciates the value of it. She like turns to throw a ladle at Runt, but then realizes, number one, she hasn't picked up the ladle again, and number two, Runt is not standing there anymore.
He's inside, he's got protection.
Runt got wise, at least until she comes back inside.
Then you're enclosed.
She her eyes are like slit angrily as she slowly lowers her ladle arm and then turns back to Asch. What do you think?
I'm just sipping it Japanese style, with just both hands on the sides. With Tommy just like nibbling over the shoulder.
Tommy's immediate response would be, "Oh, it tastes like shit."
Hey, boss, it tastes... Oh, God, it tastes horrible, boss. Boss, how the hell are you downing that trash?
Well, sometimes you don't need a refined palate, Tommy.
Roll a reflex save for Tommy.
Hold on. Give me a second. Pull up Tommy's page. Character sheet.
No.
Reflex, wasn't it?
Yeah, reflex save.
Reflexes at the bot. No, it wasn't. It was at the
It's
top.
under your main stats.
Oh,
I
it's
think
under
he
my
has
main
an NPC
stats.
style sheet, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's NPC
Tommy
10.
barely ducks underneath her foot as she tries to punt him into the water.
Jesus Christ, Mama Tuka. Please do not kick my familiar.
Well, there it's all my cooking!
Wait, you can understand him?
Yeah! We all can. How do you think we talk with the frogs?
That's interesting. I've never actually come across anything or anyone that could speak to one person's familiar.
You're just speaking animalese. That's pretty easy to understand. You son of a bitch! She's
Well,
like
I'm not talking
lifting
through
up.
conventional language.
She just like holds up her ladle hand again. Once again, realizes she hasn't picked up her ladle, and then just sort of like glares at Tommy and walks over to pick up her ladle again.
Oh no. Tommy, I think you better start hiding. Boss, she's got the ladle again. Boss. Tommy.
She is actively holding the ladle in her main hand and like tapping it in her offhand menacingly.
Boss, what do I do? Tommy. Yeah. Take the punishment. I know you're getting a kick out of this, boss, but do something. No. I think her cooking is divine. A rather very titled palate, with good amount of vitamins and nutrition.
Oh, like you very kindly. She says
But
to
the
you
one
as she
thing
turns
I
to
say that could
Tommy
be
and leans down, and she's interrupting you mid-sentence as the like entire aura of this area goes like really dire, and she
just goes dead.
Yeah, she's staring Tommy dead in the eyes, and you can see fear in your familiar. Never insult my cooking again.
Boss.
Your boss can't help you here! She smacks him with the ladle on top of his head.
Boss, that hurts. I know, Tommy. It hurts me too.
It hurts you more than it's gonna hurt me, kind of deal.
No, it does, because familiar bonded.
Yeah, true.
Because I take some pain that he gets. Share pain.
Empathy sharing.
I like how you're like take your lumps while voluntarily knowing that it's going to hurt you too.
No, the difference is I'm not getting a lump out of it. Also, Morasmus is upside down.
Morasmus in this time, just seeing this chaos going on, is gonna be like, well, I'm going to go fishing, so that way I can get some more
I'm just
delicious stew
continuously
for her.
sipping on the broth. Just
Chaise
continuously.
is amazed at Morasmus's acrobatic feats.
As a square.
Listen, he's amorphous. He can be any shape he wants. Maybe he just.
He just like oozes into the water and begins fishing.
He's going to use Mage Hand if possible. But yeah.
There's a funny thing. You say fishing. When he just dissolved into the water, the entire radius that he's connected to is basically a dissolving acid net.
Basically.
Touch it, you're dead.
He can very voluntarily choose what he's like acidifying in with his sapience.
It's
That is
my
one thing.
body.
It's my body and I want it that way. Wrong commercial.
Wait, hold on. We don't do free commercials here.
Let me know if
boy.
Morasmus needs to make any checks, but you continue that RP. Yeah.
Mama Tuka,
Yeah?
can I may have another bowl, please?
Hey, sorry, we don't gotten very much enough. Okay. She walks back into the tent and grabs another one. As she passes by, she bops Runt on the head and comes out with another bowl.
What did I do? Plan successful.
At this very moment,
Indeed.
though, as Runt, you get bopped on the head. She walks outside. You go, plan successful. And all of a sudden, you hear some drums in the distance start going off very loudly.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
They back.
Who's back?
The hunting party, I presume. Those seem to
Yeah.
be hunting drums.
The hunter's back. Let's go greet him. Go Don't you groan at me, son!
Okay, sorry.
Thank you, Mother Tuka.
Is Peck actually just sleeping?
Peck, as you step outside, Peck seems to you to still be very intent. Morasmus, you perceive inside the house slightly, and you can hear his snoring.
Ooh, sleepy boy.
Like a baby.
Oh yeah, give me one moment. Tuka looks at Runt and sees Peck not coming and immediately knows what's happening. She goes inside and all you hear is like multiple whacking sounds as she steps outside, and Peck is there with like 2 lumps in his head and saying nothing.
Oh, you were
Alright,
asleep.
let's go.
All right. I stand up with Tommy on my shoulder,
Come on, Gobble.
still with the throbbing pain in my head. Morasmus,
And,
it's time to leave, friend.
She starts bringing you
Oh.
back around past the chieftain's hut.
I just caught a boot.
Oh, how do I
Great.
move multiple tokens at once?
Click
you are-
and drag over them.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
You
thank
can
you.
do it like that, yeah.
All right.
And Tuka now steps over here, and as you get closer, Runt, you hear the sound of a very primitive kind of trumpet. This immediately sends a shiver down your spine.
I pseudo hide behind. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, okay. I make sure I wasn't mute. I pseudo hide
Your
behind Gobbles.
reaction is probably not to just like hide. Your reaction is, "Aw, shit."
Yeah. Just Brent
And
is
as-
probably frozen in fear right now.
As you pass by, Gosgul steps out, accompanied by his blood frog. He's just like, "Oh no."
Not easy
Ah.
to get.
So it's a blood frog.
Yeah, this is a native species of Morgram swamps.
Yeah, because in the notes that I've taken, I was like either blood frog or blub frog because he's called Blub.
Oh no, yeah, his name is Blub. He is a blood frog.
That's his name. The other one's his race.
I mean, you're not wrong in either way.
Not wrong.
And you can tell very quickly that people are starting to gather.
There's just these
And
two.
you realize there are a lot of goblins.
And then there's
There
these
is a-
2 goblins over here on the far bottom right of the map, just having a pointing game.
Yeah, they're having a very solemn tone as you see over here. You hear Miss Tuka start sobbing as this carrying a litter, somebody starts
Oh,
coming back
no.
towards camp. Okay.
Ooh.
I can't. Hey, no. As you can't see very well from where you are right now, Runt, because you're behind your mother. So I gather you like peek out and try and see what's
Yeah.
up.
kind of hide behind her and Gobbles just.
Roll a perception for me.
Can I? Since my modifier is so high, could I choose to take a penalty for the situation I'm in right now?
Sure.
To make it harder, because Runt's looking, but he's.
I mean, you're partially focused. Yeah, you still perceive this well enough, all things considered. Coming into town are 2 goblins that are unrelated to you, litter bearing, carrying what appears to be Turk.
Runt kind of just stops.
The tone remains solemn. Everyone goes and looks, and you hear as they come forward. They're not talking or saying anything, but eventually, fast forwarding a tiny bit, they bring him over here, and all the other goblins come and like circle around. The frogs don't seem to do much, except for one who comes out over here. And you recognize that is Turk's frog.
Oh dear. A loss. How solemn.
As you see, Turk is set down and the shaman steps forward to inspect him and pushes aside one of his arms to see his chest. And the first thing you notice is, well, actually, so let's see, who's actually in like vision? Runt and Asch, you can make a perception for me.
Sure. I'll make a perception.
I'll let you set the modifier for Runt however you please.
Just do your default, you're fine. You notice immediately that there is a large gaping hole in his chest.
Okay, make a perception.
You get about the same impression, but what Runt picks up on that you don't is that it seems to be charred around the edges as it burned.
Well, like a flame arrow or a fireball.
More like for what you guys would know, it would be more like the latter.
Fire.
But it is a like almost circular hole. It's not exact, obviously, with like charred edges around it. The clothing that he's wearing is charred, and it goes straight through his chest cavity.
Can I make a wisdom on this?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a wisdom.
See if I can discern what the hell it is.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I could make a spellcraft to see if it's a spell that I might have seen at any point.
Wow, that's something, Asch. That is a hole in their chest cavity.
Hey, by the looks of it, I think he's got a hole in his chest. It's seared around the edge.
You don't even perceive that. You didn't get that. Like Runt would have
I
to
got
tell
off the
you about the
perception
fire.
almost. The wisdom was to check see if I knew the spell.
No, like I said, your perception, you just could see the massive gaping hole. You didn't really pick up on the singeing around the edges from where you were standing.
Yeah, my apologies. So he's got a hole.
Runt, would you like to roll a just do a raw wisdom for me?
Runt is in shock. Turk was one of the strongest.
You're in shock and you're having a bit of an issue. Turk is your older brother, and he was, in fact, one of the better hunters. As the rest of the tribe sort of looks, you notice Shaman Punt continuing to do her investigation of the body, and she's just like, I've never seen nothing like this before. She just steps aside and looks around and is just like, turns and looks at Morasmus. She's just like, here.
Yes.
She like points at you and bids you to come forward with her finger.
All right. Marasmus goes ahead and he's going to slide across the frog and make his way.
that was so smooth. That was so smooth.
Look at this. She just like points at it and tells you to look at it.
I move forward a little
You
bit.
can't exactly tell why.
Marasmus?
And I would like you to roll your perception check for me.
Okay. I was going to, if they're saying stuff about, magic and stuff like that, could I possibly cast Detect Magic on the wound to see if there's any residual, if there's any lingering effects?
Yeah, you could go ahead and do that.
Residual banner, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is you don't need to do anything in particular extra for this. I just need to be able to tell. Yeah. So you use Detect Magic, assuming this might be some form of magic, and funnily enough, you do not get any sort of sense that there's any magic involved.
Well, this doesn't seem to be magical. And you still want me to roll that perception?
Yes, please do roll a perception for me.
Okay.
You can also add that information then to the RP towards the character.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God.
you are doing just fine. You have heard of a strange weapon that the foreigners employ. They, from what you recall, refer to it as a firearm. And this is
God.
indicative of that.
Okay, so we're the
Wouldn't-
Renaissance.
I'm actually a bit curious. Wouldn't have Asch possibly heard of this as well?
Well, yeah, I've been standing a bit further back, so I couldn't see the hole properly.
Yeah,
All I
she
know is a
literally
hole.
was like, "You come up here, inspect it." He was still a
Yeah,
bit further
you were
back.
closer. I was further away. I couldn't
Okay.
see the hole better.
No worries.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Morasmus is going. Like, would Morasmus? Yeah, they
You
employed
could consult. You could consult Asch.
I know. He's going to go ahead and say, "Oh, it says it's not magical, but I heard of things." As Morasmus kind of pulls himself back and looking at the group, humans, they appear to be using new technology called firearms.
Firearms, you say?
Yes.
You know something about this? She points at Asch.
Well, yes and no. I know the functions of them and how they work, but I've actually never physically seen.
Here,
them
here. She like points at you and bids you to come forward, just like him.
Okay,
Steps
okay,
back.
okay.
Steps back and has you and points at the wound in the chest. And
I
getting
kneel
closer,
down.
getting closer
kneel
at this
down.
point. Yeah, you know
Yeah, I
this
move
is
right
from a gun.
in. I take a good look. I move him on his back to get a better look at it. So I put my
Yeah.
claw around the side of it to get a measurement.
So
How big is the
you
hole?
can gather from the sheer size of this hole that either A, it was a really large caliber, or
Oh.
B, it was shot at like point blank.
Okay. What's the thing's name?
The thing's name.
Do you remember? I
Wow.
wasn't here when you introduced the character.
True. Shaman Punt.
Okay, punt. Shaman Punt. Wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, for what I can gather here, yes, it's a firearm. I will agree that it is a firearm. No arrow, no crossbow bolt can cause this. So, by the looks of it, the weapon was either discharged at point blank, or it was a really big projectile.
She looks at you, and then she turns and looks at Morasmus. You say that in plain Goblin.
Pardon?
Can you
Yeah.
say that in plain Goblin?
Okay,
she-
let's
And
translate this.
she does say this in Goblin, unless you can speak the language only Morasmus
Yeah.
and Runt can
hold on,
understand what
hold
she's
on.
saying.
Hold on. Quickly just check my languages to see if they do
Double check.
speak. They speak bestial, right?
Yes, but she
Yeah.
is speaking Goblin right now. So
Specifically
unless
Goblin.
you speak specifically the language Goblin, you cannot understand her.
I do not speak Goblin. I speak bestial, common,
So what you hear is blah, 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 blah.
And Morasmus, in Goblin, he goes ahead and whispers over.
Okay, Morasmus, could you translate what I just said into Goblin, please?
What did you say originally?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He used very fanciful language to say it was either shot
Okay.
at point blank or it was a really large caliber, and she didn't understand
Okay.
point blank or caliber because she doesn't know what guns are.
All right.
Just refer it to more like a crossbow, bow, an arrow. To about basically being a big arrow or a
I
little arrow.
got this. I got this.
Okay.
And,
let speak.
this is-
Let the motherfucker speak.
This is going to be in a Goblin translation, so pardon me if it's a bit rush. Main thing, they fire big hole into person's chest. Big ball thing. It hurt. Bad. Sometimes big, sometimes small. Go bang. Very loud.
You see Punt look back at you, squint her eyes, and tilt her head to the side. And as she's about to say something, Gosgol speaks up. What's going on here? What happened? The other
Oh.
two, here, look up at him, and, like, one of them has, like, a hunting cap on, and very much like a human mannerism, but in sort of a different way. He takes off his hat, puts it to his chest, and rubs it across the chest before tossing it on the ground. And he says, "Some weird foreigners. They found us. We were hunting. They wanted what we hunted. And Turk confronted them. We hid. Where was this? South of the temple. Damn it." He just turns and looks at Punt. "Commence the ritual." Punt nods, and for the first time, you guys can hear, like, very obvious, like, loud cry weeping coming from Tuka behind Peck. And Peck seems to actually show an emotion other than tired. He actually seems to be sad and crying as tears go down his face as Punt proceeds to walk over to the water nearby, fill a large flask rather, with it, and come back over to Turk. And a ritual that it obviously seems like Punt has done numerous times commences, in which she pours this thing of water in. She puts, like, something underneath Turk so that it doesn't just spill through. But in the chest cavity, she pours water in. And then she proceeds elsewhere in the area, out of sight, comes back again, and puts some strange little orbs inside of the water. And he is then set nearby, like around here next to the water's edge. And she mumbles some stuff in Goblin. Morasmus, you vaguely pick up on a bunch of basically what sounds like babble about frogs.
Oh, it's kind of like a prayer, a ceremonial kind of
Yeah.
like she's sending him off, essentially.
And Runt, you know this as that one thing that I sent you before that is going on. Not sure if you recall. Penguin, are you even here?
Shit, I've been muted. Yeah. Sorry. Immersed.
Super immersed.
Yeah. It's in the handouts, and yeah, I know what's going on.
I don't think actually anyone other than you and I can see it, so let me open it up to all players. This is the document for it. It is a local ceremony. Actually, why don't you explain it to them in character, because they're your foreign friends.
In character.
Either way.
I'll just do it now because Runt is too busy controlling. So essentially what's going on is in the tribe there is a tradition when upon the death of a member, if the body is able to be retrieved, there will be a public ritual as we've just seen. And usually if the torso is intact, the shaman will open up the cavity, fill it with water, fill it with tadpole eggs, and then say a prayer, set the corpse in the bog, let the water take.
Oh.
Yeah, it's basically like a traditional sort of, like, they worship frogs. They believe in the primordial frog deity. This is a way for them to, like, give back, like, their own lives once they have been lost anyway to the frog life cycle. So the reason she started crying is because he said commence the ritual, basically confirming he was dead.
Yeah, and because I was muted, I said Runt is going to quietly. He's visibly shaken and mixed emotions: happy, angry, it's hard to tell, but
Yeah,
he's just
you,
going
you
to
lost a brother.
cite-
He was an asshole, but you lost a brother, so it's very conflicting.
Asch is gonna be looking down, dreaded. Like he's bringing up a memory in his own head, so he just looks out of it, but he's dreaded.
Chaise has Chaise like thinks back to her chair family, like out in the wild, lost, and including their little brother, and it's like
Flashbacks to the stool being eaten by a mulcher.
well, no, like the little chair. Remember when I left my pack? I gave like this little sword to this little dagger to my little brother chair. Like you're gonna have to protect the pack now. And then I see this brother figure in my new companion's my new companion's brother being like killed. I of course also get like flashbacks to like, oh no, this could happen to my brother too. Oh no. Protective family instincts must avenge this grieving family.
Lovely.
Morasmus is going to go ahead, and the hat, instead of being on top of his head, it kind of slides over his face and is kind of in the position of him holding his hat out of respect.
Yeah, just like so.
I also lower my hat, so does little Tommy.
And there is this
A hat.
ceremony, this continuing of the speech, and Tuka eventually just walks back to the Peck takes her back to their tent. She is seemingly inconsolable. You have never seen her crying this hard. The rest of the goblins very slowly start to disperse back to where they were, but there's definitely a much more solemn, dark mood over the entire camp as of right now. And Gosgol remains. And basically turns to all of you lot and says, "So you said there was humans, right?"
Runt's gonna step up, look at Gazgul. I'll go.
He just nods. And he turns to the rest of you, and he just sort of... He takes off the leather cap again.
I
And
slowly turn my head towards him.
He approaches the rest of you three, and you can tell that he has sort of a look of... The closest thing I could call is desperation on his face. He says, "I know you ain't part of the camp, but these are trying times. Will you help?"
You have my word. You also have little Tommy's too.
Family given me the greatest hospitality, and they have just lost one of their own. I, who is also with family, can understand the value of family. Pull up my sword. I shall
You sound
avenge.
really weird, but I appreciate it.
Excuse Chaise.
You have
They
my
like
aid.
to be over-eccentric.
I can tell. You? Points to Morasmus.
You have my aid. Whether it's magical, diplomacy, whatever you require.
These kids deserve diplomacy, but I gotta protect my own. They're a threat. They may be coming here. He turns to Runt and puts his hands on both of your shoulders, like all of a sudden and very firmly.
Stands to attention, looking firm and has resolve.
You get punt to get you some healing, including that one. She points at the gouge in Chase's side.
Just like the missing part of the wooden bloody clothed area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody's had let a cat at Chase.
Just like all torn apart, scratched up.
And he's just like, "Get yourselves healed up and get going. I said it was south of the shrine."
Yes.
And Runt, you know of the there is a certain spot that you all consider to be of very important
Holy
religious
ground.
significance. Yeah, it is a shrine to the southeast of this part of the camp. It is still about like a 10 to 20-minute walk, depending on if you're like going at a very leisurely or a faster pace. But it is a very important location for you, and you know that if anything were to come of this place, it would basically be like a sin to your gods.
Mm-hmm.
I put my hand on Runt's shoulder, and I specifically say to him, first healing, then revenge.
Run's gonna remain quiet and walk over to Turk's frog. Give it a head pat.
I let go of Runt before he starts moving.
I'll give his frog a pat.
It croaks. It
He'll
is a
be
very
missed.
solid croak.
Give another head
Frog-
pat.
The frog slowly like hops over to Turk and just sits by him. And at this point, Punt steps away finally and looks at Runt and says, "Yeah, that's right." Yet again, the same sort of like points at you, motions to follow, and starts heading back towards their hut.
Run follows, like, on heel.
All right, what is of the rest of you doing?
I slowly turn to the chief. I signal him with my finger to point him closer.
He turns and looks at you. What do you want?
Come here.
He
We
steps
walk
forward.
we walk a little bit away from Morasmus and Chaise.
All right, so you're like trying to be a little bit sneaky about this.
Not very sneaky, just dividing information to him. So, Chief, I'm going to be
Yeah.
clean with you here. What kind of armor do you guys wear?
He points at Turk. Turk is wearing very rudimentary leather armor.
I slowly put my hand under my hat, like scraping. You can hear like the chitin on my nail to my scale, just like scraping. A little sigh, and I'm like, this ain't gonna cut it. I'm sorry to say, but you guys are not prepared for what's coming.
And you need to explain that to me. Why? Isn't it pretty damn obvious? He says, pointing at the gaping hole.
Because my entire home was destroyed by them.
He looks you in the eye and he's just sort of like, Asch, now.
I'm going to say this clear to you. What kind of metals do you have?
He nods and he's just like, I get what you're putting down. Oi!
Yeah.
He turns and looks at the one dude over here. And he just like says, it's time to go mining.
I slowly lift my head behind me, noticing that who he's talking directly to, and I'm like, oh, quick learner, in my head, not out loud.
Yeah. And the one dude, the one's goblin scurries off. It seems to go collect others to do said task. And Gosgul, very awake and very well, I can say solemn all I want. I don't think I need to reiterate that.
Yeah. I immediately turn my
he's basically
Yeah.
going to start walking off. He like tips his leather hat to you really quick, starts walking off and starts gathering other goblins.
Oh, guys, go before you leave.
Yeah.
Make sure it is a decent set.
We'll do what's in our power.
I know you can do what you can. Make your people proud and fight to the dear end.
He like punches his open hand.
I smirk.
Morasmus, what are you up to?
Morasmus is pretty much taking all this time and kind of really escalating the situation as he's thinking about whether or not, almost in a sense, if sparing those humans was even the right choice to make. If these well, expansionists, in a sense, if they're hunting so close to this goblin territory, who knows how long it will be until eventually they'll come and, wipe out this entire village.
Hence why story-wise, I'm getting Asch to introduce them to make metallized armor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something more dense.
So Morasmus is kind of contemplating that, trying to figure out how the best way of approaching this would be without stepping on anybody's toes, or
Asch moves back towards the group.
Going ahead and basically just seeing what exactly he can even do, in a sense. Yeah, he's a magic user, but at the same time, he doesn't have a lot of magical spells that, can impress anyone. Hell, I bet the shaman has more than him. So, yeah, he's just kind of contemplating this to himself as he
I wish I could actually see what spells you have.
So, yeah.
But yeah.
Lovely. Chaise, you have had your sort of heart-to-heart kind of deal with, like, equating family, but after a short while, you hear a noise off in the distance. Chair!
See, it's Shaman Punt, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah, it's coming
calling
from
me
down
over.
there. Yeah, basically. Here!
Yes?
Same motion. Points at you, flags to drag you over.
All right, so I'm hobbling on over to.
I believe, if I remember correctly, Runt told me you're here to heal me.
And almost before you can even finish it, she steps up and tosses some spices in your face.
Okay, hold on. Can Chaise roll for anything to do with a reaction?
Roll.
It's a joke.
Roll Constitution to not sneeze.
Okay.
There we go. That's exactly what.
So just click on the Constitution.
Yeah.
Do a Constitution roll.
You managed to prevent sneezing, but this is still a surprise. Oddly enough, the spices that get thrown in your face, your wounds start to seemingly sizzle a bit, and at first you feel like it's just aggravated it, but then the pain starts to seed, and and your body feels like it can stitch itself back together better. And this isn't immediate, but over the course of the next hour, you return to full health. And she does the same thing with Runt, except she basically has you sit down and forces it down your nose in a very annoying way.
What, down his actual nose or down his blocking his nose? Oh my god.
Yeah, he basically has him lean back in a faux doctor's chair and tosses pepper in his nose, basically.
That would be fair because he's had a nosebleed.
As she's doing that, Runt is going to basically submit, but go. Gazgul said to give us the stuff. We's going down there.
She pulls out yet another bag. Here, let me make his nameplate visible. You've been pronouncing it Gazgul. It's Gazgul.
Yeah, it's
Southern accent.
Chief or chieftain.
Yeah, true.
Gazgul. Anyway, but also Runt's gonna go. You got anything special you've been working on?
You see them starting to think, and you know this is basically her bargaining stance. So I would like you to roll. There's a skill for barter, correct?
That would
Or
mostly
something
be
equivalent.
diplomacy.
Yeah, diplomacy.
Go ahead and roll that for me.
You got this, homie. You somewhat got this, homie.
Yeah, diplomacy.
She looks at you. She looks back at the shelf behind her. She just like walks over to it. You can tell she's like trying to not pick the nicest thing to give you, but still give you
I take
something.
a glance back over to where Turk was as she's doing this, and she eyes me.
She pulls something off of the shelf, and as you're turning back towards Turk's general direction, you all of a sudden feel something land in your lap with a little bit of an oof. That. Don't throw it too close to yourself. And that's all she says as she seems to go back to work.
All right, what did she hand me?
It is a rough sphere made out of very similar stuff to that bowl earlier, but it's like fully encircled, and it seems to have something inside of it. You jiggle it, and it makes some noise. As you jiggle it, she's just like, "Don't do that."
All right.
Don't do that. Just throw it. Just throw it. Me too.
All
So
right.
it is.
I just said, what is it?
Yeah. It is. You vaguely remember something like this. You know it is some rudimentary explosive.
Ooh. Exciting.
Because you almost killed yourself with it once.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Should we let
Rudimentary explosive. Yes.
Runt have that?
Yes.
I mean, that's up to him at this point.
Because that just takes one bad throw and I'm dead.
I put my hands in the silly little goblin man.
Sorry, what?
I trust that silly little goblin man.
Why, you like hand on my shoulder? I trust him.
No, the metaphorical hands. I put my trust in him.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm referring to like one of those scenes where he puts the hand on next to it. It's like pointing at the person. I trust him.
Him.
And I'm slowly disagreeing to agreeing with him. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I think he's good.
As you go about this, Gosgol at some point seems to perk up and remember something and comes over to Morasmus. Oi, Coop!
Yes.
I just remembered something. There's a group in another tribe nearby what might deserve a bit of a warning about this.
Can I turn around to engage in the conversation?
You can just listen in, yeah.
No, as in like turn around to put something in.
What do you say?
I turn around and I immediately say to Gosgol. I immediately say, yeah, I think it's best that they should know what's about to go down and be prepared to deal.
Oh, yeah. You seem to like pointing out the obvious a lot. Turns back to Erasmus. And he's basically just like, there's some weird toad people. I think you may want to let them know.
We ran into them already. Nudge, nudge.
Okay, and then I say to Gosgol, what is this other tribe's name?
Buggard.
The Boggards.
They're not very inventive.
Pardon?
And at him saying that, roll a intelligence for me, and I'll tell you if you already know about this species.
Actually, that's a good point. Good thing intelligence is my best stat.
Yeah, you know what a boggart is. Boggards are a race of swamp native toad people.
So there's a tribe of boggarts nearby.
Yeah.
Okay,
These are some
good.
friendly terms. They
I've
deserve to know.
met a few boggarts on my time. I think I should be
Yeah.
able to
You
initiate
actually
talk.
out of character, after you left you ran into some boggarts on the way back here.
Yeah. So we've met some boggarts before at God School.
Probably some of them.
Probably. But this is now, that was then. We need to warn them. Do you know what direction we need to go?
First you go down and check out what's going on near the shrine. Asch down that way. He points vaguely southeast. And then the boggarts will look like that way, and he points vaguely northwest in the complete opposite direction.
Okay, thank you, God School. And about the thing you had your goblin compatriot go and do. As soon as you stockpile enough metal, make chest plates and helmets.
He looks at you, and he just sort of says, "Look, we'll do what we can." Garbage.
I know. And I know you're a good chieftain, and I know you will do the right thing.
He turns and looks at Morasmus and is just like, "Why is this kobold here such a bootlicker?"
Be it just resisting temptation to throw out magic spell in face.
Morasmus has just been sitting here this entire time, just not been able to get a fucking word in!
My apologies.
Ah! God damn it, man! Let it shut up!
just saying that in character, just like everyone.
Yeah, he's screaming it just at Ace, just like, God damn it!
Well,
I don't believe in God!
Actually, that's a fair point. I don't even think there is one.
This world has its own pantheon of various gods.
Rasmus, you'll go.
I do remember now. I think we actually encountered them before. I know that Runt went ahead and was very cautious around them.
Oh yeah, that's an important note. That is a very important note.
I think he already warned them about what we encountered, considering we had to bring the bodies back.
It's still worth giving them a proper note. I did kill one of our own.
Will do.
But yeah, when you approach them, make sure they know that you're coming.
Will do. What should I say or do getting near there?
When you get near the camp, very loudly announce that you are approaching with no hostile intent, because those guys are real skittish.
I see.
But wouldn't shouting at them just scare them?
Quite the opposite. If you come in quietly, they'll kill you.
Fair.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I got some work to do.
Godspeed, God School.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and figure out how to do this. I'm going to go fishing.
Right. Do your own thing and figure out what to do now.
Morasmus goes fishing.
Rasmus didn't even hear most of what I just said. He just
input Animal Crossing music casually fishing.
And in my head, only hears the me. What is it called? Me channel. The Me Plaza theme.
Yep. All right. Chaise, Runt, you can both reset yourself to full health, and for all purposes, this is considered a long rest.
Nice.
Okay, can I?
Where am I?
Okay, can I reset my spells?
Yeah, it basically means that.
Okay. I get the feeling we're gonna get into combat, so
you can worry about choosing your spells in like text chat as well.
Pardon?
Just DM me which spells you want prepared.
Okay, you guys do that. Quickly comprehend what ones to take.
Runt is after he's healed, he already has his spells he wants to prepare and ready to go. He as soon as this happened, he was one thing on his mind. Sure, his family are a bunch of assholes, but his family, and he's out for blood. He's gonna go to his house, gobbles in tow.
Guess
Look
we're
at
so we're all headed off to your Mama Tuka's place, or are we
I was assuming we're sent out immediately.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna stand next to the bridge going towards the temple.
So-
Thinking.
So Runt is going to quietly open the trap to the prince.
Thank you, Magnifico. Thank you.
Oh, you just saw it.
Yeah, I'm saving this. This is, oh my god. I would tip you if I could. I would give you, I want to pay you for this.
What did you do?
So
Yeah, it really helps
Check the
sort of
Discord
pay.
chat.
God damn it! I don't even believe in God! Oh,
It helps paying attention to the plot beats by taking these notes.
wonderful. It's wonderful. I love it.
I just saw the picture of Buddy Tommy just being scared.
Yeah.
I adore this. I'm 10 out of 10.
For those of you who don't know, in our Discord, she's been doing these cute little sketches of the things that's been happening as we've gone along. Pretty damn good.
I just saw Morasmus one. It looks like he's got like a mustache extension onto his left.
He
His
grows when
arms
he's
are
angry.
mustaches.
The parasol is secretly mustache shaped. All right.
So Chaise.
So, let's bring this back together as a group. So you guys are Runt. You were saying something about going over to your mom's house. Where you going to do something
Runt.
there?
yeah, Runt is going to put his arm on his mom's shoulder and look at her and say, "I'll get him."
She hugs you very tightly. And one thing you do know, Runt, is that your mom doesn't usually hug you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So this is really weird to you and almost
Yeah, it's
uncomfortable even.
awkward. Peck, look after Mama. I might be gone for a while.
He nods his head very quietly and looks at his mom and pats her on the shoulder again.
And Runt's going to regroup.
Hey! She stops you as you try and step out and picks up the ladle and is about to swing at you, and then she just like taps it lightly on your forehead and just like, "Come back alive! You hear?"
I hear you, Mama.
She puts down the ladle and Peck sort of just comforts her as you step out.
Runt instinctively rubs the spot where he got thwacked. It not hurting so much, but still. He rubs his head.
I just realized I have a journal.
Yeah, you all have a journal that you can be using as well.
I just realized I had a journal. Okay, I want to initiate a conversation with Chaise. So, Chaise,
Yes.
how do you think this is going to play out?
Well, what were you saying with this leader, Goskol? What,
Don't worry about it. That will
Alright.
come. I assume that will happen very soon. To answer that,
yes.
if you were paying attention to our conversation, I am one of the last remaining.
You
Well,
horde of kobolds.
Your entire family was taken from these humans.
Exterminated would be good.
Dreadful.
Yeah. They veer as kobolds, goblins, hobgoblins. They veer most, as they consider monsters, as rodents. Infestations yet to clear out, murder, take prisoners, do chores, enslavement, the sort. I got out, and I've been wandering and wandering, and I came across people, humans, elves, a dwarf, and a thing they call a tiefling, tifa thing. And basically they adopted me as one of them. I learned their languages, I learned their cultures, hence why I have a much bigger, broad opinion, hence I know what weapon took the poor person, took the tuck out. And I know what's about to come. It's better to be prepared than it isn't. I turn back to Chaise from looking at Tark. This is your bit to put information in.
Basically just, time for how oddly hypocritical of them. A very hypocritical race. They consider us vermin. They hunt us down like vermin. And yet they behave like the very vermin they hunt.
That is true. That is so true. Some would say the hunter becomes its prey when it is hunted. But in this case, we're less of being the hunter and the hunted. They have things that we do not. I'm prepared for it. Better to hunker down before the storm, which I had Gauze-Ghoul prepare. Hopefully the preparations are made in time.
It is most honorable to use strategy, especially in such dire moments. This wound is alien to me. It looked strange to me. Strange things have been used. Things we are not prepared for. So great caution must be exercised. You are in the right, my friend. You did an honorable thing.
Thank you. I just hope it isn't the same group that murdered my entire kin. Or I am going to bleed them dry.
My
And you just see me clench my right hand so hard that my claws pierce my scaled skin. You just see blood start coming out.
Take 1 point of damage.
Sure.
I'm fucking kidding.
I'm not even gonna disagree. Hold on.
Stabbing yourself a little bit in the hand wouldn't be the equivalent of 1 damage.
I know. I took it as a joke.
Anyway.
I turn back to Chaise with having my hand clenched and not get spread blood on her. One thing I will say, Chaise. Do not kill to murder. Only kill to defend oneself. If you kill to kill, makes you any better than them. That is
my sword is singing with vengeance, but my heart is screaming for honor. You are right.
I learned my lesson. Rage gets you nowhere. But he pulls the collar of his shirt jacket a bit out, and you just see a slight scar knife going down the back of his neck.
Ooh.
I attempted to kill the leader of the humans that attacked my people. It ended horribly. So learn. Do not attack with rage. Attack with merely concentration and the righteousness that brings. One does not win a war. Nothing but rage. Strategy, calm, and right uses of utility will get the win. I wonder what Runt and Morasmus has gone up to.
Cuts over to Morasmus and Runt, where Morasmus is like walking on 2 feet now in his fucking boots, just like, Run! I got the Yeezys!
Just like this really dramatic scene. It's just like, yo, look at the drip on me.
Wait, hold on. No. That ain't shoes. They're boots. Oh my god. He's got the Tims.
He's got the Tims. Yeah,
He's got the Tims.
I'm making a Photoshop right now.
Jesus.
I see a man of culture. He's got the
Just
Tims.
looks across the small broken bridge and sees this gelatinous shape walking around in boots.
Do you know like the sexy fish, where it's just like a human face with a fish layer with like a fish head with human legs.
The reverse mermaid.
Yeah, and just like walking in stylized boots with fishnets. I just imagine that, but Morasmus.
He got
the way it's so funny and cursed.
Oh boy, this entire campaign is already cursed. I love it.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm actually trying to add formality of realism and a little tad bit of characterability. So, trying to equal it out.
Oh yeah, you can't have humor without a little blood in the water.
Yeah, hence why the little
Oh,
charade I
the
just did.
blood will flow.
Oh no.
I won't say anything to just yet because he's not close enough to be spoken to.
Yeah. So, basically, I'm going to regroup us all here and time skip us a little bit forward to about when you guys decide to head out. Now, the question is, do you decide to go with what he suggested and go down and towards the, okay, yeah, you posted a beautiful picture there. He doesn't even need a Photoshop anymore.
Wait, what? Hold on. God damn it, Magnifical! I'm going to pay you for these, for fuck's sake!
Wait, what?
It's just a sketch just yet.
Respect the drip, my guy.
No, respect the Tim drip.
You just send this to like half my contacts in my friend group.
Nah, if you don't mind, Ms. Nifical, I'm going to send these to Twitter. I'm sending these to Twitter. They're perfect.
I haven't. I forgot to share a bit, but we can first regroup and collect our strategy.
Yeah. Oh my god, that is so.
So, what were the options, Jisky?
The options are either A, go down to where this travesty took place near the
Investigate.
yeah, investigate the thing, or go warn the other tribe.
Which, one's knowledge, which one would be closer?
The shrine is
Do an
closer.
intelligence check.
No, he already knows the area. He knows how far
Runs,
these
I know,
guys
Runs
live.
just
okay.
say like the back of his hand. The shrine would be closer?
Yeah.
But that's the opposite way?
Yep, they're both in opposite directions of one another.
I think before he leaves, he would go to the chief and ask what would need to be done. Priority.
He would basically reiterate that he wants you to investigate first.
There we go.
I'm just gonna say there's a frog on the hut of the far south.
That is inside, technically, because I don't have these
Sorry, I thought he was on the roof. He's just sunbathing on.
Yeah, that is Shaman Punt's house.
Yeah,
That is her frog, Pint.
nibbles. Yeah, did you see what I asked? What's
Wait, what was the question again?
But he magic missile and shield. I gotta get going now. Sorry.
Alrighty then.
My apologies.
I'm just going to assume that Asch is going to follow along, so.
Yeah,
Alright.
sorry.
Does this mean okay, I guess I regroup with Morasmus and
Yeah. Basically,
Runt.
we're going back towards here. Let me just do this. Whoop.
Whoop. Okay.
Everyone's regrouped nicely. Just at like the edge of the village, presumably to the southeast in the general direction of the shrine that you are going towards.
All right. Okay, so we decided that we are going to the temple. It was the temple, or was it a shrine? I'm a little confused.
It is the shrine of the frog god.
Okay, got it.
Though the semantics of it don't really matter too much, to be honest with you. They aren't too picky.
No worries, no worries. I was just genuinely curious.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go ahead and think if, I guess if we're going on our way, Erasmus would go ahead and follow Runt since, he knows where to go. Just like, come on now, Chaise. We need to make Chaise. I'm so sorry.
See? You made a jest about my name and replaced it with haste. I like your funny words, gentleman.
Morasmus, chippers up, just like,
My humor is appreciated! Meanwhile, wait, I forget, can Morasmus speak animal?
He can speak common and goblin, and also goop. He speaks goop. What does that mean? He can speak goop.
Don't worry about it. We'll find out later. Runt, you pick up on Asch's little friend Tommy, just like, that was a really shitty joke, it was. Just like under his breath, Tommy being the one that just says what's actually on his mind. But yeah, you go on along and start heading southeast towards the shrine. It is about, like I said, a 10 to 20 minute walk. Are you guys going very briskly because you have a sense of urgency, or are you still taking your time? I mean, actually, considering Morasmus is with you and literally moves at half of the average person's speed, it's going to take you guys like half an hour.
Unless I'm constantly running, which I'm not sure. Okay, I don't sleep, but I don't get tired. Wait, I'm assuming I get tired. I'm just gonna assume that.
You do not get tired.
Oh my god, I'm a speedy little lad. I'm just going.
You have the power that classic zombies have, where they're unresting.
I'm like So, this goop is speeding alongside as he's like doubling down his efforts to keep up with you guys as you're like casually walking. It's just like, I'm coming, fellows.
I just imagine eventually you decide, you know what, this cubic form is not working very well. You turn into like a sphere and start rolling a little bit to try and make it a little bit more aerodynamic.
Battery pulls out the tins.
just this fucking... Yeah, I'm gonna say you're walking in your Tims the whole entire time.
Yo, he's
you're
balling.
You're going for a proper hike with these boots that you found, putting them to your use.
Smooth. Smooth.
Yeah, just sort of to get an idea of how I would animate him.
I love it. He just slides right on in.
Slide to the left.
Slide to the right. Crisscross.
Run, don't forget you're muted.
There's like a waddle with his feet on the sides.
So, I kind of the thing that I kind of got. So the shrine belongs to the.
Actually, hey, Run, on the way, you're explaining about your local religion.
Yeah.
Right.
So basically, the goblins of Frogbelt worship an entity known as the Frog God, and this is a holy site for the Frog God.
Yeah, the frog god is sort of a primordial being, as far as you all know. So it's sort
Think
of
of it like natives and how they respect and honor
Yeah, like
spirits.
burial sites and stuff
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
So like the primordial croak.
the eternal toad.
Funny enough, you almost got what the funeral ritual was.
yeah, it is called the croak. Is the name of the funeral ceremony that you just witnessed.
Did they go ahead and say at the hunters that returned that the hunters that went ahead and made Runt's brother
Killed
not
Turk.
alive anymore? Yeah. Were they hunting around the shrine or were they like going into it? Did they say?
We were informed
They mentioned that was south of the shrine. They didn't mention anything about them approaching the shrine, but that is the chief's concern.
Right.
Okay.
They said that the goblins killed something that the humans wanted, and Turk confronted, and that was the reaction.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to go ahead and gather as much information.
They
as I can.
basically wanted to poach their kill. And Turk tried to intervene and say our food, and then got shot in the fucking chest.
Damn, can't have shit near the
Can't
frog
have
statue.
shit in Frog Detroit.
Oh. Why did I have to live in Michigan? But yeah. We'll continue our way down the Frogbelt.
Yeah, so you see, I just imagine like this conversation is going on with Runt explaining some stuff about the frog gods and some weird rituals.
Yeah, he's also going to share the do's and don'ts when you're in Frogbelt. Like, any hostility towards a frog is seen as an act of aggression. Any harm done to the frog is basically death penalty, regardless of the damage done.
Yeah, basically you're under the impression if you fuck with the frogs, the entirety of the tribe is going to attempt to murder you.
This doesn't just limit frogs, this also includes tadpoles as well.
Oh, wow.
Tadpoles are baby frogs.
Yes.
So
Toads, fuck them.
yeah, toads. That's why they don't worship the toad people.
So, Morasmus would actually be asking, what if an accident were to happen and collateral damage were to accidentally injure a frog? Would that be death penalty for, even if it was an accident?
Runt proceeds to list like 20 different rituals to make amends.
Yep.
Oh, so it's kind of like a penance system. Like, you can be like shunned out of your tribe essentially until like, you
intentional hostility towards frogs and murder of frogs are sins. Absolutely.
Yeah. There is easy ways to identify what's been an accident and what was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the more often, I want to assume, used penances is a 10-week long exile.
Oh.
Yeah, something like that.
It's something basically, hey, you need to know what you've done. You're on your own.
Go
Interesting.
and repent. They never come back. They just
Exactly.
repent hard enough.
Exactly. At least he caught what I was throwing down.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, this whole thing goes on continuously as you proceed out towards the shrine, and eventually Runt realizes, hey, we're pretty close. It's about like a minute away around that corner.
Yeah. Runt is going to let everybody know we close. And he's going to get low, trying to imitate Turk, go be a little bit stealthy.
All right.
I just imagine Morasmus like squishes downwards.
He compacts.
Morasmus. Oh, that's actually a small. I get an idea. Could Morasmus use prestidigitation to change his color, like to bog water color?
I will allow it, sure.
Awesome.
Wait, I'm a mimic. I can basically just blend in with the.
Yeah, like two of you can literally become the environment, basically.
So, technicality question.
This is one of the few parties on Unlucky Rolls that is actually semi-built for stealth.
So,
What's up,
genuine, curious question. Morasmus is just a being of pure goop.
Yep.
Theoretically, he could hide in a cask or a water skin.
I think
If you
it's
have one- if
based
you
on
have
the
one-
volume, though.
If
is
you
the
have one
thing.
big, yeah, if you have one big enough.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, here's another thing. Chaise is a mimic.
No, all right. I am immediately cutting this conversation short because this is pressing on the edge of like a boar fetish. Okay, get the fuck out of my house. Moving along, you're going to make yourself look like bog water, and Chaise is going to turn into like a log or something, right?
I'm sorry, I had to
I
ask.
just want to scooch
Yeah,
this whole time.
Yeah, and it says, "Oh, I need to do this for Goblin."
I've only been using prestidigitation. D&D. Best prestidigitation. Best spell.
Yeah, gobbles is gobbles.
Gobbles croaks. Gobbles croaks again.
He just shrugs. Gonna take a gander and see if there's any movement at the shrine once we get close enough. You okay?
I'm
He's
just
just
like
dying laughing at his dumb ideas in the chat.
It's the shit I put in general, man. I'm scared for if Magnificent's so yes.
Oh, no.
God.
All right. Hey, Magnifical, would you roll a stealth check for me?
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, sure.
Would she be getting a
Oh.
bonus? Same with Morasmus.
Yeah, that's sort of what.
You and Morasmus are both going to get a +4, I will say.
4. That's
Mm.
12.
Let me see if I can. Here we go. Stealth.
Damn!
All right, yeah, Chaise. You guys lose track of Chaise as she becomes the logs around you.
Part of the
It
ship,
reminds
part
me-
of the crew.
That reminds me of that weird video of like this guy just whispering and like in this camo suit. I don't know. It's like mostly like I need to see if I can find that
Is
video.
it the
but
guy in a bush suit hiding in a plant and then
yeah,
he
exactly.
jumps out, scares the hell out of someone?
Yep.
I just imagine Runt watching Chaise and then like pass by a tree. There's just nothing there.
It's like Jason Bourne.
Morasmus
Yeah.
is very loosely moving through the swamp. Is Runt himself attempting stealth? Oh wait,
Yeah,
you did
he-
roll. You're doing fine. You're stealthier
Runt rolled
than-
the 16. Gobbles rolled shit.
Gobbles is in the back and is croaking every now and then quite loudly. The benefit for Gobbles is that Gobbles is a native creature of this land anyway, so
Mhm. So it's just ambient
may
sounds.
may not be too intimidating. But as you approach the shrine, so for the sake of this right now, Asch is actually staying back with Goskell,
Mhm.
along with Lil Tommy. And you
That's
both approach the shrine. Give me a second to put you on this place. Welcome to the shrine of the frog god.
Holy shit, you actually got a giant frog. Wow.
I will be absolutely blunt with you. This was just very coincidentally posted recently on the D&D map subreddit.
I applaud you. I applaud.
So I was like, that is frog related.
This-
I am stealing that.
This is perfect. It's like meant for this.
It was almost like this was meant to be. It was destiny.
So also, it looks like there was a tribe that had settled here to guard the shrine. By the looks of it,
These are buildings of your tribe for religious importance.
now would Runt know if there'd be people here just to open the camp?
There
Or-
are normally some goblins around here, but this is also sort of like it's based on if there's any ceremony of note that needs to be conducted, and you know that there is not anything for a few moons that is intended to be held here.
Right.
So this place is quite reasonably barren right now.
Okay, so there shouldn't be anything disturbed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trisky, quick question. Is this stuff, like, right here, is this actually water, like difficult terrain, or is this like
That is
grass?
basically the same kind of bog water as you've been experiencing around the area.
Okay. I just want to go ahead and make sure. Didn't know if, like, there's a way we could avoid it by, like, going over here, or, you
you
around
can
it.
technically go around it by going like boo boo.
And you said technically Runt was, as long as it's the bog water and the swamps, he's
Yeah, you don't count this as difficult terrain. You are a native here. You are so used to this shit.
right. Okay.
Very interesting.
Chaise Longue, form of a boot. We are the most prepared party.
Oh my god, I just realized Chaise Longue can turn into a boot.
Yeah.
Combined with Morasmus.
The
Walk.
ultimate boot.
Marasmus starts walking around. He has two Tims and one big ass Tim.
Oh,
He just becomes a
Chaise can turn
tricycle.
into a super fancy top hat or a super fancy parasol as well.
You could! Oh my gosh!
Oh god damn it! You drew it.
Get a +10 to fashion. Yes. Thank you.
Let me show this on the stream for everyone because I feel like I'm legally obligated to.
Oh.
That is fantastic. Hello, you're approaching me.
Oh, you're approaching me, yes. Strange glowing individual. Don't you know I'm also a stand user?
Pulls out an
my
arm
God.
stand.
My stand is Chaise Longue. Chaise Longue into a fucking gun.
Bang.
Oh god. Like
This is
Yeah.
funny.
This
Oda
is
is
the
just the
kind of
jingle sound.
shenanigans we get to around here.
That's funny.
Alrighty. So yeah, you are now in the Shrine of the Frog God.
Okay. I'm just gonna send Gobbles out on his own to survey. So he'll let me know if anything comes up.
Gobbles croaks and wanders off, and eventually, like, you send him to survey. After a little while, you just see him once again sunbathing in the water over there.
That's fine. He knows what he's supposed to do, so it's important. Runt is going to quickly head over to here. Are we bound by movement right now or no?
Come again?
Are we bound by move order and move speed right now or no?
Just don't walk too very far, just in case you run into something. But
So I was going to have Runt go to this hut, check inside to be sure it was clear and listen in.
you head on over to the hut, and in your stealth, you don't make too much noise as you listen in. Nothing is going on. It's like dead silent, as you would expect.
Okay.
You like take a glance inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just glance inside, and it has been made empty completely. You, to be fair, Runt isn't 100% aware of like the goings on of how to prepare all this stuff because you're not a shaman, you're a druid.
Mhm.
Like you work for the shaman, but you do other tasks completely. She does the religious ceremonies, so you have no idea
Right.
what the fuck, whether there's supposed to be anything inside here or not.
Is there any critters around?
There are various frogs here and there.
I'll I'll wave one over and see if hey you, right there, you come here.
Croak.
You see anyone around here lately besides us?
Croak.
Croak once for yes, twice for no.
Croak. Croak.
Shit. Oh wait, was that yes or no?
It hops away.
Right.
Runt, do you need any help over there?
I don't know. I've never really been here too much, just a few times, and I don't know if anything's out of place. Just keep an ear out.
Yeah, well, they went ahead and said they were, south of the shrine. And Morasmus Goop pulls out his compass and looks at it and realizes he cannot read. Hey, Chaise, which way is south? As he goes ahead and extends it to her.
The compass is very notably written in the letters of regular common, which you can't read.
God damn it! I can read it, but I can't read!
So basically, we're in the scenario of Morasmus can't physically see the symbols, but if he could understand them. Chaise, meanwhile, can physically see the symbols, but doesn't know what the shit they mean.
And Trent has the spell no direction.
Oh no.
He can easily determine which way is north.
I love this. I love this party's entire dynamic.
Yep.
So much.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
It's great.
This is a bit of a
It's a
conundrum.
shit show and a half. Like,
Chaise,
you have all the tools at your disposal, just not in the right positions.
Chaise, what do you see on this thing? What does it look like to you? You see the arrow, yes? Do you know which way?
Yes, I see an arrow.
Do you see these funny little things on it? Which way does the arrow appear to be near? Do you happen to see?
You see like a lightning-y squiggle, a squiggle with multiple branches coming off of it, a squiggle that looks like a snake and scares you for a moment. And another squiggle that looks vaguely like his mustache.
Okay. So I see a lightning
Squiggle, a squiggle that looks like his mustache, like your mustache, a squiggle that looks like a scary snake, and a squiggle that looks like teeth.
Hold on.
That's east.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
had to make sure.
Literally, the lightning one is north, the one that looks like a mustache is west, the snake is south, and the teeth is east. But she can't explain it properly.
I know. I was making sure that Morasmus was like, did I get like a wrong compass?
Oh no.
You just got like some spinning disc.
It's weird symbols on it. Do you know where the arrow is pointing at?
Okay, where is the arrow pointing at?
Just for the basics of what you know, the shrine up to the north is literally to the north of you. So the map is organized like north, south, east, west along the grid.
Mhm.
So if you guys are approaching from the direction you are right now, you follow the path, like it comes underneath the shrine and goes up north towards it. So you are coming from the southern part of the map, and you are going towards the north.
Wait, but didn't they say that the hunters came from the south?
Yeah, they said that the hunt was going on south of this shrine.
But they wanted the shrine to be looked at to make sure nothing
Yeah.
was tampered with.
Yeah.
Okay.
To bring it back up to speed, the hunting did not happen here, but he's concerned about this place.
Okay, I just wanted to double check to make sure. I thought, like,
Yep.
fuck it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're.
I'll be
yeah.
right back. I'll be right back. I just have to go very quickly to the bathroom, so...
Oh yeah, we
Always.
want to take a 5.
Yeah, 5 would
Sure.
be nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a 5.
Oh my god, these fucking drawings are amazing, dude. I can't get over it. It's great.
Yep, we got the drip.
You got Morasmus Jotaro. Oh, Jotaro.
Let me get chat up to speed on the bullshit that's been getting posted in the chat. Because I now have something set up to actually show images on stream.
Go for it. Go for it.
It's not even fan art, all of this is technically canon.
It's it's true.
We got a bunch of pieces from Magnifical that she's been sketching in her notebook in between all this stuff.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I legit thought I was going to go ahead and have a brain aneurysm with how hard I was laughing. Dude, these are great. Like, oh my gosh.
Poor Runt.
Yeah. Oh man.
So, I guess, so we're basically,
Are you trying to figure out like what your purpose is doing here, or what you were tasked with?
like, are we like preparing for like the fight, or like or just sort of sneaking around trying to sort of see if humans have?
Basically, from what you probably gathered, this is a very important place to that culture.
Mhm.
The leader of the tribe obviously is concerned for this place because he was told that things happen so close to it. So he wants to make sure this place hasn't been, as a knight would understand it, desecrated.
Sort of what I was gathering is sort of like making sure that this place wasn't desecrated.
Yeah, basically, that's what you're here to do. Make sure this place is fine.
Cool.
Yeah. Whew.
I think the Pangu is still away.
Yeah.
I guess we're sort of searching the area, and
Yeah, we're. I'm not sure if we're going ahead and keeping the stealth approach of this, or going to go ahead and just
It's
decide
really up
to
to
go.
you guys.
Yeah. A little concerned, but
Like, if you do anything that obviously drops the stealth, I'll make it obvious, but...
okay.
mm,
Talk shit.
Hey.
Yes, I am talking all of this shit about you.
I feel so much better.
Are you, like, holding in all of the shit?
Just
Don't
the
answer
bits.
that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we should be back then. So, to summarize again, I'm sort of leaving this as open as you would like to explore it, but you have reached the Frog Shrine, and you know that your basic goal here is to make sure that the site was not desecrated.
Right. So yeah, Runt tell them this if they can't walk normally, he'll try to stick with them.
Yeah, the compass is
What are you trying to do?
I was trying to read his direction reading device.
There.
Yes.
Let me do this, and I'll do the thing on him again.
He magically turns into an arrow pointing directly north. It's just like, ah!
And that happens to be the same direction that the arrow is pointing.
That way is.
This is oddly weird and helpful at the same time. Very well then.
You, at this point, you're basically just hearing like a choir of croaking frogs.
Now, if the frogs are quiet, something comes around. So just keep that in mind. That's how you survive out here.
All right then. Shall we make our way around then?
Actually, very useful tip. That's usually a good sign of something's around.
Those frogs go dead quiet. Krogs.
I'm
New race.
going to start making my way over here.
What?
Making my way. Right, y'all can't walk in the water too well.
Yeah. There's like a couple, like these are more shallow puddles here and there. The one in the middle is actually deep enough that the frogs like nest in there and whatnot. And then the areas around it is mostly moist soil.
I'll point out any collection of frog nests I see just to be safe. Careful there and there.
Thank you. And yeah, Morasmus is going to go sneaky.
Chaise, are you following along?
Following the leader, the leader, the leader.
I'm the line leader! Yay!
All right, everybody. Going out to lunchtime.
Alright, I'm gonna approach this help. Listen in, look in.
Sort of the same thing. Quiet and empty.
What would you determine for a gut feeling?
I believe is there something equivalent to like insight?
Motive.
There's technically something for sense motive, which is normally what that would be, so that's a little bit off.
Perception or possibly sense motive?
Let's use survival. Sort of like survival instinct. You can
Survival
tell if
works.
something's off.
Survival works. Incidentally, I apologize in advance, Chesky, for this roll.
That one.
Rolls.
Okay.
No, it's
I know you have a plus 10 to it.
ironically the same as my perception modifier.
Yeah.
Yes, do I too run for roll for survival? Or,
normally what I'm going to say is that unless you feel like your character has a good reason to do the same thing, you don't necessarily need to just roll the same check.
okay.
Like, there's sort of a time and a place for things, and this is a time in which he's trying to figure out, is this right? So
He's
that's why
trying
he
to
rolled the
see if
survival.
he's trying to see what his gut's saying. What is his gut saying?
This feels a little bit weird. Not pretty usual. Most of the time you've been around here, there's at least been, I don't know,
Rags or something.
Yeah, something or other left about.
Everyone's gonna tell Gobbles to check this one out. Croak once for empty, twice for whatever.
Gobbles
Save us some time.
and begins to hop over.
Let's go this way.
You do notice as Gobbles hops away that he makes no seeming attempt at stealth and splashes very loudly.
That's his frog. Native.
He looks inside. You said like croak once for empty. Or
If it's empty, twice if there's some.
he croaks once.
I'll point to here for Goblins to go there. Continue.
Croak.
I don't like this, guys. It's too weird.
Well, what could they be ambushing us with? Ambushing at all.
I don't know, but does the air feel still more so than what it would normally be?
As far as like general atmospheric kind of stuff, nothing's out of the unusual there.
Right.
So it's not like barometric pressure has dropped or the wind is really still or
Gotcha.
anything like that. Nothing like
Gotcha.
that.
The avian frogs are still going off, correct?
Yeah, the frogs are still croaking.
Cool. Come and Chaise.
Try and do like a basic perception check to try sort of just get to see if there's anything suspicious going on.
Yeah, see if we can notice anything, spot anything out. Go ahead.
Alright.
Yeah, because Runt's not looking for tracks or anything. He's just going and checking the buildings. So I'm leaving things open.
I think this is pretty sus.
I saw him vent.
Nothing in the area near you seems out of place. Even with an 18, you don't notice anything like abnormal or unusual.
Perhaps we're being overly cautious?
Nah, it's no such thing. Especially not in the
This
swamp.
Hunt is correct. There's no such thing as overly cautious, especially in moments like this.
Runt's gonna listen in if you can hear sounds in there, like anything.
Broke.
From in here?
Yeah.
Just gonna get a little bit excited. And
You look inside. There's a frog. It croaks.
is it a bigger than normal size frog?
Nah, it's a normal frog. Just sitting there.
Empty room? Another empty room?
The rest of the room is empty.
What's going on, little guy?
Croak.
You see one come around here besides me?
Croak. It stares at you with its bug eyes. The two eyes blink separately.
Be careful. Something don't feel right.
Croak. As if
All
in
right.
acknowledgement.
Be safe now. Alright, let's go check the temple.
Morasmus is going to go Bravo 6 going dark, and he's going to slither into the water.
Wait, where you go?
Gobbles looks at you, looks at where Morasmus is, says croak.
I see. Yeah, I think once Runt gets here, could he look out into the woods surrounding and see if there are people in wait or anything? This seems...
You look for any telltale signs of an ambush, and roll your perception for me. There are no telltale signs of an ambush.
Brent will visibly look a bit more at ease. He trusts his instincts, and something does feel off, but he's good at... If there's one thing he's good at, it's surviving alone.
Gobbles hops forward towards the shrine.
Hold on, Gobbles. Wait a minute. He's gonna run up to Gobbles. Hold on. Alright, let's go. Come on, Chaise.
Right. Allons-y.
What does that mean?
I believe it means let's get a move on.
Croak.
Right. Lead the way, Gobbles.
So you approach the shrine and you go inside. I'm assuming, right? Or are you just like looking inside from outside?
From Runt's memory, does he know that people are allowed to enter the shrine if they weren't invited or permitted?
There are no like restrictions about entering this. It's just the very specific place used for a lot of very important rituals.
Alright, let's go. Just make sure I don't touch anything now. Don't be in here. Don't want to misplace anything, you know?
Very well then.
Croak. The frogs continue to croak. And are you heading inside? Or
Yeah.
are you still just looking in from outside? Alright, you
We
can move
heading in.
yourselves in.
Yeah.
We're more like right here.
You all step inside, like, almost in step. Morasmus is a little bit first. So, basically in order, Morasmus, then Gowls, then Runt, then Chaise notice this. Lying in front of you is a human, and you hear nothing.
Dead body.
You don't know.
Can we roll a perception to possibly see if we can hear any breathing?
I was gonna, either do a heal
Yeah,
or
go ahead.
perception. Do you want to do perception? I'll roll a heal.
I'm shit at perception, and I know you're great at perception, but the thing is, I know you don't want to go ahead and instantly pass, so...
Yeah.
Try
Unless
to...
So one of the things I wanted to talk with about Trisky is if you'll allow this, if someone wants to roll, I can roll as well. And then every degree of success, however you want to determine it, could aid in that roll. Unless it's specifically targeting Runt.
We'll figure something out, don't worry.
Hey-ya!
You do not hear
Yeah.
breathing. You do
Under
not
heal-
hear breathing.
He'll check to see if there's any blood around.
You, approach it, I gather, right? You,
Yeah,
like,
cautiously.
from where you are right now, you can't see any blood. As you approach it, you still see no signs of the viscous red liquid of human life.
Wait,
But you do
Is this
notice
guy-
a rash on him.
wait, is this guy actually familiar? Is this one of the guys that we let spare? Potentially?
You do not recognize this man.
Okay.
Fuck it. I'm gonna kind of do the perception check now. See if
Yeah, go ahead and do a perception check, see if you can figure out what's up. Yep. Alright, so you approach this guy and you're trying to figure out what's going on. The things you notice immediately are along his neck, which is quite visible. He doesn't have like a long beard or a scarf or anything covering it. There is a very notable like deep blue tinge to it that seems very unnatural. His eyes seem like wide open in shock. His mouth is agape. And he lies there, absolutely still, no blood pooled around him, no open wounds.
is he breathing?
No. And if you approach him and you check his pulse, he is most definitely dead. And with your perception, you also like you're innately tuning your thoughts and whatnot, and then you notice, damn, that croaking is a little bit more echoey than usual. And you look up, and there are about 200 frogs seemingly stuck to the ceiling, all of very bright colors.
Try to put two and two together and just see. You know what? Intelligence check?
Wait, what kind of check were you saying?
Intelligence? See
Yeah.
if I can figure out what happened.
Damn, these are a lot of poison dart frogs on the roof.
Hmm.
And unlike IRL poison dart frogs, the dart is quite literal.
I'll smile and tell them, good job, boys.
They continue to croak.
Is it aggressive or
No.
cool?
Oh,
Yay, we cool.
Are there any sets of footprints besides what's here?
There is this one guy's corpse. The rest of the room, like every other building, is completely barren.
they went ahead and said that there were hunters.
Now,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to go ahead and ask if they were hunters, or this guy may possibly be, a split off from one of the hunters. Does he have anything on him, like any visible weaponry, or like any things on his clothing?
What you can see immediately at a glance,
Hit C.
the kind of garbs that he's wearing are definitely somewhat indicative of somebody who's used to being out in the wild. And he has a dagger and a sheath on his hip.
Okay.
And that is about all you can really see from the outside without, like, looting his clothes.
Now, all of the goblins have been in here at point. I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah, you've all been around here. You've all been inside of this building.
This specific chamber. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Poison dart frogs are native to this area and often involved in a lot of your rituals. Your species is pretty inherently resistant, but not immune to their poison. But they normally don't do this along the roof.
Right. Now, my next line of questioning was, the goblins have been in this room many, many times.
Yeah.
We know this room's not supposed to be empty.
This one is usually filled with varying different offerings to the frog gods by various different goblins.
We need to get back now.
Need to carry the evidence with us. I can do
Even
that.
for the frogs.
Okay. I trust your judgment.
One of the
As
frogs
you-
above
This-
croaks and then spits another poison dart into this guy's neck.
This will be a new offering for.
Point taken. We must be on the move.
I just want to loot the body real quick.
Yeah, I'll do a quick in-depth search to see if there's anything potentially, like, any leads on him. But if not, if I can't find anything, then I'm probably going to go ahead and just grab his dagger as, like, Morasmus will, like, look back at you as, like, a knife is being swallowed. Just...
You
is this a
just see
perception?
the tip of the sheath of this knife go between his mustache lips.
Stabby. Is this a perception check?
Yeah, we'll just do another perception check for this.
All right,
Yeah,
then,
Pathfinder doesn't have any kind of investigative
Okay.
perception.
A 12.
You find a strange rock or rock-like thing on a chain attached to his neck that was put inside of, like, his vest. So it was out of sight from the offset. You don't know what this means, despite your, like, past lives memories.
Runt, what is the color of this? And, well, does it have any symbols on it?
If I'll look at it, and is there any symbols on it? What color is it?
It is... The prevalent color is red. There is also gold to it. And by gold, you knowing, like, the colors, you can tell that it's actually gold and not, like, just painted on.
Would I know
it
what
seems
gold
to
looks
be-
like?
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. You wouldn't.
It's shiny.
It's shiny. Yes, that's basically what you know the color gold, and you know shiny, but you don't know about like human style gold jewelry.
Can't put 200 together. Are there any markings or engravings?
The entire thing sort of has here. Let me draw out this shape for you.
Right, because what I was going to do is just suddenly jab my finger in Morasmus and start tracing the symbol. Let's see.
Okay, like sign language.
Yeah, like how you write something on someone's hand with, kind of like that.
Okay.
See if he can get what I'm trying to draw.
It's just taking me a moment because it actually is somewhat elaborate.
It's an arrow. And then intense frog stare.
That is the entire thing. It is filled in actually, like so, and the gold is bordered around it.
Oh, stabby.
It's that.
It looks vaguely like a very to be human curling their hands inward in like sort of an arm flexing kind of pose.
Right. You knows what that means.
I'm surprised. I'm actually proficient in like knowledge nobility. That is the one knowledge I have proficiency in.
That is pretty good. Roll that for me.
If that is it, it's a fucking no.
It is close enough.
All right.
Oh, no.
Yes, clearly. Don't you get it? This is the
That
clan
is the sign. That is the sign of the
clan of-
local fitness club.
That's the clan of the strong man.
Oh no.
You see, this man, he was clearly a part of it. They do a lot of fitness activities, and
What's fitness?
Chase,
Tension
as he's saying all this, you look at this man and he's actually rather skinny.
So-
he must have been a beginning member of the clan of the strong man.
They're telling me there's a lot of these strong men coming.
Potentially, yes.
Shit.
I'm putting in my inventory clan of the strong man necklace. I love how from one
I love the
natural one it
perfect.
goes
I love the
wrong.
perfectly timed nat ones.
Yes.
Yes.
Asch could probably be here to correct it, but like, fuck it, this is so much better. It's just like, what did you find? We are being hunted by the clan of the strong man.
We need to get back to Gosgold. Need to let him know.
I made one big mistake. They attacked my home planet.
So y'all heading out.
Yeah, that's what to do. I'm going to catch Nature's Path. Let's meet the shortest and quickest way to where I'm going. For up to 8 hours.
All right. Yeah, it winds up taking you on a slightly off route from the way you came out here. That is slightly faster, goes through a couple shortcuts that aren't actually too dangerous, and it gets you back home. But
Yeah.
more relevant right now, as you step outside of the frog, and pass past its mouth,
Threshold.
you hear a groaning noise. And the croaking of the frogs becomes rapid and rhythmic. And you look around at the landscape about you.
Oh.
I just got chills. Jesus Christ.
As
This hasn't happened before, has it?
the nature around you glows blood red. The frogs in the swamp croak louder and louder.
Oh, Can I roll a sense motive check to see if Morasmus taking the thing off the guy's neck may have had something to do with this?
Would
Go
Runt know?
ahead as you turn around and you see the door.
Oh, wait! Never mind! Morasmus can't because he doesn't see color, so you just see this as normal.
Oh yeah, Morasmus doesn't even perceive any of the difference, but all of a sudden the people around, like, you can hear the shit going on, obviously. You can hear that the frogs are croaking very rapidly in unison and much louder. And you can probably see that the reactions from Runt and Chaise. Gobbles doesn't seem to react, but starts to join the chanting. And the door behind you of the frog temple shuts rapidly.
Question.
Yep.
This hasn't happened before.
You have never seen this for the life of you, nor heard of it.
We need to go now.
Yep.
Like, as he's saying this, he's gonna hop on Gobbles. Let's go, buddy.
Croak.
I'm readying my jumping feet.
Morasmus readies his 30-foot dash.
He gets on his Tims.
Yeah. I'm just imagining you're gonna pull like a full SpongeBob, like grab your waistband of your goop and pull it up so it looks like you're wearing like old man pants all the way up to your like fucking
little
chest.
streams of goop coming from the boots.
Yes. Oh my god.
I wonder if there's a way Runt can make you fat. I know there's a spell, but I don't think.
If I get the haste spell, y'all are fucked. I'm just saying, speedy slime.
See, there's Long Strider, but that's myself. I can't cast it on you, and it gives you an extra 10 feet. As quick as miraculously possible. We need to get you a wheelbarrow.
Yes.
I mean, as dumb as it sounds, that would be. Well, I mean, in the swamp, it would work to greater or lesser extent.
Like a little sled.
Or, you know, he could ride fucking Chaise like horse.
I thought that was Asch's job.
I'm gonna turn into like
No, Asch is gonna hide in Gobbles' mouth and be a sniper.
Chaise just turns into a taxi.
Technically, Chaise could turn into.
Technically, Chaise could turn into part of a taxi.
Oh my god,
that would be
this'll
stretching
like...
her mass too much.
Like, what if she turned into like a cart for one person, but she can still move the wheels?
She has enough mass to become your wheelbarrow.
That sounds so rude. Yeah, you're my wheelbarrow now. Hope you're happy.
Get in the clown car.
Get in the clown car. We go
into
into
the
the
tiny ass clown car. Beep beep.
All right.
Oh boy. Yep. That is with that very morbid dark red. I feel like that is a good point to end off as you make your way back towards Frogbelt.
That legit gave me chills.
It legit gave me chills. This went from 0 to 100 really quick. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm terrified, but I'm also excited.
Yes, don't tell them that I'm bullshitting everything. I mean, what?
I am terrified to see if anything else happened to the family. Like, outside of Turk. Because fuck Turk, but...
Shouldn't have left.
Fuck Turk, but he's my older bro, but fuck Turk anyway.
Yeah. He's the oldest of the brothers, but not the oldest.
Alright. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another session of the Monsters of Morgram. Our next session, assuming we don't have anything major pop up, should be on the 7th of November, which is 2 weeks from now. The Sunday after Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Make sure that if you enjoyed, you subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, do all the dumb YouTube shit, like the video, do that stuff. You know what the algorithm feeds on. And if you don't, the frogs will get you.
They will. Now, if I'm correct, we are not doing anything on the 31st. Game
Yeah,
night.
yeah, that we are skipping Necromunda on the 31st, and we are not doing Rogue. Well, we're not doing a Rogue Trader that I am streaming on the 30th, but it is a session that will happen sort of in the background. But it's also very,
Diplomatic.
It's very not Gizmek, so it's actually very fitting that I have to skip that week. This next Saturday, the 30th, is actually the debut of Grom the VTuber.
Can't wait for that
my
shit.
other shenanigans. So that is over on twitch.tv/Grom the Orc. Anywho, thank you once again for coming by, and we'll call it here.
Later, guys.